Hmm. Welcome in, everybody. Give me 1 second to set up the stream here. Oh, the skip cat has woken up. I'll probably go feed them too. All right, let me get all this stuff set up. And we'll get this going. The Aggie link I will put in the Discord. Paranormal.
What an uncharacteristically clickbait title.
Yeah, I'm going hard today. I saw a live stream last night that was essentially the same thing, and it had 700 viewers. So I'm doing something wrong.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair.
So I also posted everything on social media. We'll see what happens. I should probably post it on TikTok too somehow. That could be interesting. We'll try that next week. Right, hello. Great stream, good job. That has yet to be seen, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Let me grab these. Let me grab these real quick. We have a lot of good suggestions today. Let's see. We also have to look and see which one got the most upvotes. Warford Bard made of cracked porcelain. Oh no. Whose head is part music box and plays the song of the Great War Machine. I think that's, so far, that's the highest one I've seen. Let me double check and see if anybody else voted. Most streams with large views show their face. Well, good for them. Good for them. Part of the mystique. Part of the mystique. I've been thinking about doing a face cam for a while. I said I'd do it at 10,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer to it, and that's got me worried. I also have a friend from Twitch that was like, why aren't you doing face cam? I'm like, because I don't want to. He's like, you got to do face cam. I was like, that's stupid. So, everybody says so.
Yeah. I mean, like, I understand why people say that, but I do not like watching people with face cams personally.
Interesting.
I find it distracting. Yeah, I agree with Bry. Do what you want.
That's true. There are also VTubers. Yeah, I was working on a VTuber thing the other day, and then I got super fed up with it. Stopped. It's like, why am I doing this instead of working on a video? Because that's how my procrastination thing works. Why work on the thing I want to work on when I can work on 1,000 other things? What did I do the other day? There was something I did the other day that was just like, oh yeah, I cleaned my whole bathroom. I was working on a video, and I got up and I cleaned my entire bathroom, and I was like, but I want to work on the video. Why did I do this? It's very strange. The struggle is real. The video's coming along, though. The video should be done soon, I hope.
That's good. It's been a while since you've had a YouTube video.
46 days. 46 days it has been since the last video.
I wasn't going to call you out and say a month and a half, but you know.
Yeah. I went on vacation, and then I just didn't come back, apparently. So, yeah, no, the video's working. The video's going. Sorry, everybody, I'm grabbing all these suggestions here. We got a bunch of them, which is awesome. We have 20. We have exactly 20. That's great. All right. Got some Will Savino music going. Nicholas, hello, hello. Leonic, welcome in. David, welcome in. We got Bri. We got the Druid. We're good. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Let me transition over here. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Uh-oh. Why did that work? Did I just transition from the title page to the title page? No. No, I broke something. I definitely broke something. There we go. Maybe? 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 Yeah, there we go. All right, we got it. Weird loud noises. Sorry, everyone. Boop. And welcome back. It is the viewer suggestion. It is Wednesday. I forgot to feed the cats. Let me go do that real quick. Entertain yourselves. Join the draw today. There's a link in the Discord.
Everybody riot.
Okay.
Rook face cam, yay or nay? Doesn't really matter, your opinion will be ignored probably, but we can talk about it. Yeah, Bionic, you keep saying you will establish a cult. I haven't seen it happen yet. I haven't seen that in 2 years.
Here we go. How's the music? Blood for the blood gods. Indeed. Roasting. I will establish a cult. Best of luck to you in all your future endeavors. I will not be starting a cult. I might start a religion. That could be fun. That could be a fun summer project next year. Cult of the bird. All right.
I might have to stop being your friend.
It's a religion. It's got cult in the name. Don't worry about it. All right, let me start with some rugby today. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like I got no sleep. I feel like I got no sleep last night. So hopefully today will be functional. And, yeah, we'll hope for the best. We'll hope for the best. Draw on some rugby. This is actually working. It looks like it is. Bionic, I will join your cult. I feel like that's how the Discord started.
Yeah.
And, like, we took a long time to root out the, the cultists. I think they eventually started their own Discord. But,
one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember what happened, it was basically everybody took it a little bit too far and had to be reprimanded, and so they said, you know what, we'll just go start a D&D game. I don't think it lasted that long.
That could be possible. I'm a buzzkill. Like, if you know anything about me, just know that I am a buzzkill. Do not invite me to, like, birthday parties or... mainly just birthday parties. Don't invite me to birthday parties. That's about it. We're going to draw some rugby today.
Wet blanket.
Yep, that's what they call me. Rook Wet Blanket 0. The moistest of all of the YouTube entertainers.
Oh.
That was an unnecessary sentence. You should apologize.
Nope, I will not apologize for that. I want it embedded in people's minds, so that they're like, "Hey, we should invite Rook to this birthday party." Oh wait, no, the moistness.
Out of spite, I'll invite you to a birthday party.
When it's a win-win for me, I'll lose for you. It'd be great. I guess the question would be, would polar bear... Oh, whoops, that's the wrong chat. Sorry, we're talking about polar bears somewhere else. And yeah, I do think polar bears would eat honey. Whoops. There we go. It's your system, or it's your stream, your choice. Quick, everyone make a comment about Star Trek of the week. Yeah, make comments. Comments are the important thing. I only need 1,000 followers, I think, to get tax exempt. Oh, for a cult. Also, YouTube is not quite as a church. Not that I did extensive research. That's interesting. Yeah, if we start a YouTube channel called the Church of Rugby, how long until the government would come yell at me? What the hell was that, cat?
They probably won't.
Yeah.
Someone probably already just took that name just right now.
Probably. You got to be careful about how you say these things.
I'm actually thinking about it now. Rugby is not a unique name, so someone probably already started a Church of Rugby.
And it's about rugby.
It's about actual
sport.
Yeah. It's about the sports ball game. I have mad respect for rugby players. I do not want to play rugby. Just not.
Better version of American football.
I mean,
Which
better
soccer.
is
It's a more violent, more tribal version of American football.
mad respect for rugby players. I worry for your teeth, bones, joints, and brains.
They are actually less likely to have long-term brain injuries.
Yeah. It's like, let's play football without the pads. I'll show up at Rook's party. Yeah. Plot twist. Rookzer is actually a god of drawing. He can draw very fast. Doesn't speed it up in his videos. But he draws slow on stream to hide his powers. I actually slow down the live streams. I pre-record them and then I play them back. It's great. It's really slow. You should draw rugby with a rugby ball. I think I've done that. But we could do that today. I don't see why not. My favorite thing about rugby, besides, well, actually, no, that's fair. My favorite thing about rugby is the jerseys. Something about rugby shirts are just super nice and comfy, like long sleeves. Got the nice collar. It's weird. I like them.
Phew. I had like I mean, they weren't like official rugby shirts, but
Yeah,
essentially like these are rugby style polo shirts
so
without
nice.
the itchy fabric.
Yep.
I don't care so much for rugby shirts, but I love rugby shorts. I think they are the most comfortable exercise shorts I've ever owned.
I'm just saying, rugby's got it figured out. Not like those baseball. Baseball clothes is just all uncomfortable. There's nothing good
Yes.
about baseball clothes.
Yes. Well, they make guys' butts look real good.
See, not my priority, but that's probably fair. Hockey's best sport. You run around with knives on your feet, beating up other people with a glorified rubber bullet. As someone who's been hit in the face with a hockey puck, not fun. Not fun.
Are they rubber?
Yeah, they really are dense rubber.
Yeah, it's really dense.
I too wasn't sure what a hockey
And then you
puck was made of.
you put it on ice, and that makes it even harder.
Yeah. Is it always natural rubber? Because it's not like pencil eraser rubber.
No.
It's much stiffer.
I have no idea if it's natural rubber, but I used to play street hockey, which was fun. Not like I never was on a team. I had all the equipment and we played all the time. It was fun, but yeah, I got whacked in the face all the time with those freaking street hockey balls. We really should have bought helmets, but you know we were cheap. You can have skates or safety equipment. It's like, I'll take the skates.
Hockey is not a thing here, for obvious reasons.
Interesting. My favorite thing about rugby is how the more people you hug in one go, the better movement you have, the better moment you have. It's a family sport. You just get to clobber each other.
My family are volleyball people.
Yeah, my family was too. I wonder if that's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, I wonder.
I also have probably broken my nose with a volleyball more times than I can count. I was very short and very good at getting cracked in the face with the ball when people spiked it.
Yeah, most of my extended family is from California, actually. So we would literally play beach volleyball at family reunions.
Nice. I think that's a pretty good rugby today.
Keeping people in the head with rugby balls.
All right, so for those of you who aren't new, or maybe haven't been here as frequently as others, the way we're going to do this is I have a list of suggested characters from the YouTube community page. If you have a suggestion for a D&D character you'd like to add, you're welcome to post it in the comments or the chat here, and I'll add it to the list. One per person per week, and try to keep it short, like one sentence at the most, just so we can go through it. Usually helps to just have the race, class, and or maybe like some flavor about it, but that's about it. So, Adam, hello. You said the thing about me being a drawing god. I don't think that's fair. I'm just a dude, but I appreciate it. appreciate the candor and the flavor. For one, I can say all young people in my country like volleyball because of the anime. So I saw that there was an anime about volleyball, but there was also an anime about tennis, and at that point I was just like, and I haven't checked them out. I don't know if they're good or not.
I've seen the volleyball anime, and it's like top 5 of my favorite animes.
Really, top 5? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Haikyuu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Drawfee talks about it all the fucking time.
All right. I mean, that's fair. If people like it, people like it. It's probably good. Let's go to our list here. I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm interested in Spy Family a lot more, I think.
I've heard a lot about Spy Family, and I need to.
It's pretty good too.
I'm still backlogged on Critical Role, so I got stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, I think Spy Family is going to be another one of those Bicon shows. You know, it's going to be like The Mummy, a lot of people's bisexual awakening because everybody in it is hot. Well, all the main characters.
Fair enough. All right. I've joined late. Are submissions still available? Yeah. Yes, Cybermage. You can. I just explained this, but I'll explain it one more time, just for those entering in. You can suggest a character in the chat if you like, and I'll add it to the list. And I'm going to roll a die. Currently we have 20, so I'm going to roll a d20, and we'll pick from the list, and we'll go from there. So yeah, feel free to add any suggestions if you want. One per week, per person. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the anime in which you can pin a theme. Can't pin a theme. Yeah, I mean, I got my hackles up about JoJo, which is fine. I'm allowed to. All right, here we go. The Cybermage, I don't know what that was. I don't know if you deleted that or the bots deleted that. Usually the way we do it is a single suggestion, race, character, D&D themed, please. And we go from there. So I'm going to roll for the first suggestion here. Roll 13. A lizard folk barbarian. Oh, no. Dang it.
You forgot the vote.
I forgot the vote. Something we started this week is whoever had the highest votes in the community page, we would draw first. And there's one with 7, a bunch with 4, and then one with 9. That is a Warforged Bard made from cracked porcelain whose head is a music box. So we're going to do that one first. And I will remove it from the list.
Yeah, you can do that one. I have drawn that nearly that same thing, three or four times.
I did roll the die though, and I rolled a lizard folk barbarian who likes fingers too much. I don't know what that means, but we'll draw that one next. Or someone else can grab it, Drew, if you want, or you can roll your own. Doesn't matter.
I think I'll roll my own. I'm still working on my little Mike and Boy first.
All right, no problem. So here we go. Porcelain Warforged. That sounds like something I would like to draw.
Magically reinforced porcelain.
Porcelain can be pretty tough. It has a reputation of being extremely fine, or of being extremely fragile and fine, but that's just because it's like the glassiest version of pottery you can get. And people have figured out how to make it as thin as paper so that light shines through it.
So now the whole trick with porcelain is that it's made out of like really silty mud, right? Or is it?
Yes. Well, partially. How deep do you want me to get into this?
Surface level, like 5th grade.
Okay. All clay is made when water chemically reacts with decaying feldspars, basically decaying igneous rock formations.
Mm-hmm.
So porcelain is specifically a type of primary clay, which means that it's very young clay. It doesn't have a lot of extra stuff in it. It doesn't have a lot of pollutants. Yeah, and then like we get secondary clays, which we usually call ball clays, which is what you find in a river. It's kind of been tumbled. So, and it picks up stuff like iron and bits of other kinds of rock. and stuff. So porcelain specifically, or the what we think of as porcelain is usually very fine, yes, but mostly it's more uniform than other types of clay.
Okay.
And white porcelain is actually incredibly rare because it has to come from rock deposits that have very, very low iron or other metallic
If it's so rare, why do we use it for toilets?
inclusions. Sorry, what was that?
See, if it's so rare, why do we use it for toilets? Because it's good
Because
for
we've
toilets?
because we figured out how to manufacture it.
Okay.
But the reason that it became such like a famous commodity and why it's called China is because China is the only place where white porcelain is naturally found.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool.
Okay. And then when trade opened up and it became like a traded commodity from the East, then it became as valuable as trading spices.
Porcelain books can break glass. That's not, but yep. If I'm not incorrect, they use porcelain to polish metal. So, do they do that? I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
Most of your really fine synthetically made sharpening stones are porcelain. Variations
cool.
of
Okay.
porcelain.
So, let's see. Adam suggested Murray the Sentient Shotgun, lever action shotgun. That's interesting. I'll put it on the list. I'm not sure how I'll deal with that, but if it comes up, we will deal with it together. No questions asked.
Sorry, we strayed into the area of my expertise, which means I've taken over Rookstream. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna shut up now.
Okay, and then Cyber Mage has Kobold Warlock, small curved horns, and digibred legs. Can cast spells, drawing sigils in the air. Nice. 2 feet tall, tiny. How to choose a single suggestion if someone posts several? Megumi, I usually, because I only want one per week, I usually just pick the one that I think is the most appropriate, like that I think would be best to draw. Yeah, I need to stipulate the rules more for that, but that's generally what I would do. It's just pick one and put it on the list because it's not fair to have multiple people have more like a higher chance to get rolls. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you have posted 2 in 1 week, I pick the one I like the best and I put it on the list.
Stop gaming to system, people.
Hey, people are excited. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect, Rook? Gave us the most clickbaity title I have ever seen him use. Of course, people are going to be like, "Oh, damn."
I don't even remember what I put. I think I like draw your D&D characters for free. I mean, that's essentially what we're doing. So I figure I might just. It's technically not clickbait. I'm just drawing people's D&D characters for free. People are welcome to tip. There's a hat on the floor somewhere.
Yep.
The thing that makes it kind of clickbaity is that anybody who's joining now is, I mean, kind of less likely to have or get their stuff drawn because there's already a list.
But they just get added to that list.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have anybody. It is kind of a bummer, and the reason I wanted to start drawing the person who got voted first, or got voted the most, is because I always felt kind of bad letting people add their suggestions during the live stream because it's like people came over the week and put their suggestions in, and now people can just jump in and supersede their chance. So this way, at least one person who came early will get that vote, especially if they're the first person, they've had the longest time for people to vote on their comment. So
Yeah.
I do also suggest, like, people before the stream starts, go back to the community post, and if you think you see one you like, vote for it. I will make sure to post that later. But I do, I'll put everything. Assuming someone can't post 60 suggestions, so I will only take one. I will only take one suggestion. YouTube algorithm suggests I click immediately, subscribe instantly. Nice. I like it. Thank you for the subscription. I don't know how that works. I guess you subscribe, right?
Yeah.
So you are now.
Like, subscribe.
It gets so complicated with multiple systems, right? Because it's a different thing from Twitch.
It's a different thing. We had that problem yesterday. I was like, am I subscribing or remembering, or probably shouldn't member things. That doesn't sound appropriate. But so we're here. We're gonna do this. It's fun. I think people are enjoying it. I'll probably start doing this twice a week just because. But I need to make sure I'm getting all my other stuff done. Commissions are open if people are interested. Otherwise, I did a lot of really cool commissions last month. And it was weird because I was going back and looking at them. And I kind of forgot that I did 2 of them. I'm like, oh yeah, holy shit, this is really good. And I was really happy with it. And I was like, what? Why didn't I need to post this? I need to post this on TikTok or something. But it's funny when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
Last month was a blur.
Yeah, it was. I haven't gotten as much drawing done as I was hoping. I think partially because I'm eating up a large amount of my mental energy doing workouts.
Yeah, which is good. I'm glad you are doing that.
Yeah,
I don't want you to burn yourself out, though.
No, it's getting easier. I feel like I'm getting more energy, and my diet is working. I probably need to add a probiotic.
Oh, not a bad idea. Hello, what did I miss? Devin, not a lot. We are doing the viewer suggestion today. If you have a suggestion you'd like me to add to the list, please let me know, and I will put it on the list for you. Other than that, we're hanging out. We're drawing. I feel like whenever I do porcelain, I need to add like really intricate details. So right now I'm drawing a porcelain-based Warforged with. I was trying to put little gears in here, but I don't know if it worked quite right. What else makes something look like a music box? A little ballerina.
I often think of the little cylinder that has a little.
Oh, like a little crank.
Oh yeah.
Well, not so much the crank, but like the cylinder that turns in the music box that creates.
Yeah,
music.
maybe I don't need the gears. Maybe I just need to make it like the little. I like that idea. I think that's a good idea. We'll do that. And let's see. Adam says, I just want to say I feel it's incredibly nice of you to draw some of these. Yeah, that's no problem. I like drawing these characters. I am an illustrator now by trade, so I do get commissioned a lot of the time. But, I know that people can't always do full commissions, and I want to spend time drawing stuff. So we used to try, when we started this like a year ago, I tried to get through every single person's commission. Like every time someone suggested something, I was like, I'm going to do it. And it ended up with me drawing like 20 or 30 really kind of super sketchy things. And so we've since gone to the lottery system where I actually do spend, 20, 30 minutes to an hour on some of these sketches. And it's helping me be better as an artist. So I'm definitely, not doing this totally altruistically because this is marketing and I am getting better, but I am very happy to do it. So I enjoy it a lot, and I think there's a lot of really cool characters that, can pop out from all of these things. So thank you all for your suggestions. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that draws with me. There is a link if people want to draw with us. You're very welcome to.
Yeah. Happy to make more space.
Yep. Red, hello. I'm new here. This already looks nice. Awesome. We must thank the dice gods for aiding Rookzer0. Yes. Don't forget to thank the dice gods. The dice have spoken. Not this one. This one, the people have spoken. This one was the highest rated one in the chat. That was the other thing. I was watching a live stream yesterday of someone doing streams, and what they would do is they would pick names and like traits, and then the chat would just scream which one they wanted. And I was like, this is really smart. But I don't think I'm quite there yet for wanting to do that. We'll see what happens.
That's how a NPC and a creature for Critical Role got created.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Through Twitch, yelling stuff at Matt.
We could do that. We could do that one
That
day.
sounds like my nightmare. That is exactly the type of internet interaction I try desperately to avoid.
The creature was a weird evil celestial creature.
The people versus the dice gods. That sounds like the most exciting court ever seen. What if it isn't wound up? He suffers a level of exhaustion, but if he winds up is done on time, they get a point of intimidation on the roll. That would be pretty cool. I like that. I think that is something fun that's kind of missing from Warforged and what are the automats or whatever the hell they called?
The automatons?
Yeah, the automatons. There we go. I think that kind of like they don't have to sleep. Like that's great, but like, do they have to have scheduled maintenance? Like, do they need to get oil changes? Is there something we can do? Cat, why are you on my desk? What's going on here? I'm here to wreck shit and cause trouble.
The Pathfinder Warforged, the automatons, they actually kind of mention something like that. Like, while you don't need rest, you should like spend like 2 hours like doing minor maintenance on your body.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Also, it's weird that you said automats. That's what they call the robots in Steel Rising.
What is
the new
Steel
video
Rising?
game.
Oh.
It's a alternative history of the French Revolution.
Okay. Cat rolls for annoying. Nat 20 all the time. With advantage. These streams are amazing and amazing to see different characters' concepts. Yeah. Garfield says, oh, little mushroom guy. Yeah, Druid draws some really great mushroom guys. I would be keen on drawing with y'all and hanging out. Just got back from a long haul flight. Woof. Jost, you're very welcome to.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, we can make some room. Generally, if you are drawing with us on Wednesdays, I ask that you draw with suggestions in mind, but you don't have to. You're very welcome to just draw whatever. As long as it is appropriate and follows the Discord rules. Don't be a dick, don't draw on other people's stuff, which I do all the time. Boop. Well, that didn't work at all, because I'm below. I was trying to break my own rules.
Keep it PG rated.
Yeah, PG rated.
Which I have not broken that rule yet.
Questionable, but that's fine.
You have towed the line occasionally.
YouTube has not said anything to me about it yet, so we're fine.
It's tasteful nudity.
I follow the PG and G ruling, but from the 1960s.
Yeah.
It's not nudity if it's Charlton Heston's ass. It wasn't Charlton Heston. Who was that? Who played Ben-Hur?
Charlton Heston.
Was it? Okay, good. My brain's not super dead yet. Warforged still need to rest to be able to regain their abilities. So I would always picture them as recharging. Yep, Spartacus. I think that's part of the thing I was thinking of. I don't think that was a G movie though, but it was definitely lower rated.
It somehow made it through the.
Dr. Random, hello. Yeah, I mean, part of it was like there were also like a whole bunch of like old religious movies that had questionable nudity in them. But it's like also they were trying to be period pieces, and so it's like it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. That was my joke.
Be DeVille.
And now that I've described it, it's not funny. So moving on. Moving on. I think this was supposed to be a bard, right? I think I remember that. It doesn't matter if it's not. Maybe it's a barbarian? Might have been a
I don't
barbarian.
know if a class was suggested.
There was something about the March of War, but played with the music box. So I don't know. You a troublemaker,
It is a
cat?
guard.
Yeah. Let me out, or I'm gonna bite the other cat.
It was a bard.
Okay.
So,
It's gonna have him playing like a pan flute. But maybe a harmonica would be better. Just like
I
how do I
mean,
play this?
tomato. They are functionally similar.
also, the Warforged is functionally an instrument in themselves.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about. I was gonna make him like have a hand flute, where his hands actually a flute, that kind of thing. But I don't know, porcelain. I feel like I need to get more porcelain in here somewhere.
Post
It runs-
some teacups for you.
Yeah, oh, I like that. I like that, like cross.
Yeah, you get some really cool stuff with the China paints, and I think like that's the hardest part, but also the thing that maybe sells it the most.
I still have. We've talked about this last time we drew a porcelain Warforged. Like, the sound has to be horrible.
Yeah.
Just like body scraping on itself.
It is, yeah, no, it is. It is
Oh,
glass grinding on glass. It is textured glass grinding on textured glass.
Red Guardian. By the way, no need to say this since it's obtuse with the drawings. But you learn a new style. Nice. Thank you. How are you sharing multiple drawing streams, anyways?
We're using Aggie.io. It's a browser-based software.
Yeah, and it's free.
Software. Yeah. So we're using that so people can jump up and use it. I tried using Magma Studio and it did not work. It did not work as well. So we are back in Aggie.
Yeah, which is funny because Magma Studio is just Aggie, but a paid version. It's supposed to be better.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of like neat little stuff, like, oh, you can save these forever. It's like I just need it to work. Like, if it works, that's all I care about. So, yeah, hopefully they'll get that worked out. But right now, Aggie, we're using Aggie, which is great. Go check them out. It's made by Magma Studio. It's the company name, but you can check that out. Hang out with people, doodle online. It looks like he's got a box of chocolates. I'm gonna turn it into an ocarina. I think that was much smarter than nose flutes.
No suits.
That is a hand turkey.
It's pretty good at rendered hand turkey too.
Goldtooth, hello.
Hey, Goldtooth.
I have somehow forgotten to make a suggestion. How did this happen?
I was wondering. I'm like, I didn't see any tiny kobolds, but you're welcome to put it on the list now if you like.
Yeah, don't feel bad. Life gets busy. Stuff gets in the way.
Should I have the ocarina just like hooked up to a tube, since he doesn't have a mouth? He's just like piping it.
If you want.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give him a little pipe. Seems unnecessary, but I don't care. How is everybody doing today, by the way?
I'm alright.
Do we have... we do. I was going to say, maybe we have a way to roll, instead of me rolling a d20, which I do like rolling d20s. We could just have people scream out a number in the chat. Whichever one seems to be the most. Because you guys don't know what I put on the list. I jumbled everything, all kinds of crazy. So... maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that when we're ready. Did I make that hand way too small? That is a tiny hand. What happened? Maybe he's got multiple hands. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Always give multiple hands. Okay, I'm finally done with my mic and it's ready. What should I roll?
Do you want to roll a die, or do you want to have the... I guess you said specifically that the chat yelling is not
It's my worst nightmare.
I will roll a d20 then. Roll a d20.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Sorry, chat. Like, not to slight you, it's a 12. Thank you.
12. That's really funny because I deleted the top one. That's the Lizard Folk Barbarian now.
Oh,
He
no.
likes fingers too much because I rolled a 13 and you rolled a 12. Do you want a different one since I said I would already do that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I take that one off the list, then it would have been the Myconid Artificer. This is not
Cool.
going well today. The dice gods are vengeful.
All right,
Myconid-
fine.
Myconid Artificer making a mushroom homunculus.
Well, let's. Okay, chat. If you want me to do another Myconid, then I will. If you want to give me a different number, then we'll go with that. Because I'm thinking that the dice gods have said, "Screw you, do the thing you hate."
I see Mushy Boy being yelled. Google
I see-
shrooms.
Yes.
Megumi says no mushrooms. All right.
That's 2 versus 1.
Yeah, we got 2v1 right now. Emotes, people. Emotes. No shrooms. Oh no, it's 2v2 now.
Uh-oh. Need a tiebreaker.
Need a tiebreaker. Do you want to draw the lizard, or do you want to draw something else? If you don't do
Mushrooms.
mushrooms. Yeah, we got no shrooms.
If I'm not gonna do the mushroom, then we're gonna let chat scream out a number.
All right, chat, scream out a number of 1 to 20. And Copa, I will add the dwarf paladin to the list.
What I always put down is 15.
15. All right, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go until we see a duplicate. People gotta decide. The first time we see 2 numbers that are the same, that's what we're gonna go with.
Oh,
I see two
Bionic.
eights.
2 8s.
I see 2 8s.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, 2 8s beat out the 15. Sorry, everybody. An undead skeleton. Excuse me. An undead skeleton paladin that died. Cast an old-timey diver suit helmet. Oh, that's nice. So you got an undersea skeleton paladin.
Cool.
If Ford got turned into an undead.
That's pretty awesome. All right. Delete row. We'll do that. So I will do the lizard barbarian next after I draw this multi-armed. Oh my gosh! What if he has like an orchestra of ocarinas? That would probably sound terrible.
I just picturing the train whistles. They're like 3 different whistles fused together.
Yeah, different octaves.
Yeah, and it sounds like a train, sort of.
I have an ocarina that I tried to learn how to play, but every time I play it, Skip Cat gets real upset. And he'll run from the other side of the house into the room I'm at and try to slap it out of my hands. So, so I just don't do it anymore. I think this one would have to be on top. We'll do a few more hoses. Maybe this should be more on the inside. Let's do that. Let's do more on the inside. It's a giant bug monster.
Okay, let me get this diving bell reference. Nope, that's from a video game. That's from.
That's awesome.
What's that from?
Oh, Mushy Boy was said like 8 minutes ago? Oh, well. So it very much was not the Mushy Boy, so that's fine. It worked out. This music is not getting me ready to go. GoTooth posted something. Hello there, the king is here. Yes, it would be great if you tried out the kobolds for like 20 times this month. I need more coffee. I do have lots of kobolds. If you have a kobold you'd like to see drawn, let me know. We'll put it on the list.
Cobalt.
I lost connection for a moment. Did my suggestion go through? Yes, I did. I wrote it down for you. It's on the list. Make this crack look a little more defined. Put a music box in there, it's good. Got a little ocarinas going. Part of my problem is I think I got a cheap ocarina. It's just not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens?
Ocarinas are kind of really weird in that there isn't actually that big of a difference between the cheap ones and the expensive ones.
Well, I think mine is slightly off tune, and there's nothing I can do about it unless I like want to start sanding it. So.
I mean that is an option. That was how it would be tuned professionally. That or you change the tone very slightly with your airstream and finger placement.
So maybe I'm just bad. Hey, that's always an option. Toot toot. Yeah.
I
New to
think
the stream.
inexperienced is a better word, but you know. So,
tiny metal drain. Artificer. New to the stream, do I give my suggestion here? Yeah. Go ahead and just whatever your D&D character is, just write it down here. I will put it on the list, and then we've been rolling or screaming numbers at the chat, and coming up, and we'll see what's next. So I am gonna do a lizard folk next, and then Druid right now is working on. Shoot, what are you working on?
Undead paladin in a diving suit and an old diving bell. Is a giant anchor as a weapon too cliche?
No, I think that's pretty good. I mean, if you live at the bottom of the ocean, your options are like seashells, shark noses, or anchors.
Harpoon, yeah. Well,
These are harpoons,
yeah,
yeah.
or harpoons.
I was gonna say harpoons are usually attached to the boat, but so are anchors. So I don't know if that's fair. Someone made an ocarina out of a gourd once. Yeah, I knew a guy in southern Idaho used to do that. Like that, every year he would come to the school and like, just here's a shit ton of gourds I made this year. It's like nice.
Yeah. I never have, but I know you can actually make a sweet potato ocarina out of a sweet potato.
Yeah.
Or a carrot. I've made a couple out of clay.
After this, could you possibly draw a new D&D? I'm making a new D&D character in Simic Hybrid Soul Knife Rogue. Give them details if you want to draw. I'll put it on the list and we'll see what happens. We have a lot of lists
Sounds like
there,
a
which is
pretty
great.
cool idea.
I am saddened by the Soul Knife because I really wanted it to be amazing and I wanted it to be the Pathfinder Ninja, and it's not. It's cool.
Why would it be the ninja?
Because you can create knives and throw them infinitely, and I thought that was awesome, but it's not. It's not the same. I want the ninja from Pathfinder so bad.
Play monk.
What if Gygax faked his death and Rookzer0 is probably going to reach him? I would be way older than. I might be younger than I've been portraying myself on the internet. Who knows? We'll find out. Definitely not Gygax. Partially because just too many letters in that name.
Yeah, also, you're not quite racist enough to be Gygax, I think.
Just slightly not racist enough. You want me to put down a suggestion here? Cold Officer did that. Okay, new to the stream. Give your suggestions. Yes, I may not agree with Gord. Nice. Okay, trying to catch up on Chad. Giant anger is common, but still cool. I like it. Of course, he's from Idaho. Yeah, I am super from Idaho. Does the undead aquatic paladin fight or befriend shark and bears? That's a good question, Drew. Should there be a shark and bear in this picture? Soul Knife is kind of I think the idea and execution is pretty cool, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I really like it. I like the Soul Knife idea. Unless the execution was an assassin joke, in which case, nice. Drawing for contrast. I can't draw with anything, but it could be fun. Yeah, if you want to join, you're very welcome to join. Like I said, just follow the rules of the Discord. Don't be a dick to people. Keep it PG.
Yep. We are taking up a lot of space right now, but we'll make some for you when you show up.
Yeah, I'm almost done here. So basically, I'm going to keep my art probably in the top left corner. So you're welcome to draw below that or in between us here. Drew can move over too, but I think he's fine right now. We'll make room. We'll make room is where I'm trying to get to. So I think I'm going to call this one good. I think that's an interesting idea. Way too many hands, but I kind of like it. I really don't know how to draw porcelain besides just adding little bits of detail and making it look shiny.
Yeah. Drawing porcelain is like drawing marble, basically. They're both ever so slightly translucent, mostly white.
Lots of screeching.
Usually reflective.
Reminds me of one of my favorite armors from Neo 2.
I am from Idaho. There's a lot of really good artists from Idaho, which surprised me. Growing up, I always felt very... I don't want to say ostracized. I wasn't ostracized, but I was just very, like... I had a very small group of friends that did art. And yeah, there's a ton of really, really great artists from Idaho. Makes me happy. Doot. All right. I think we're done there. I think we're done with that. I should have put the porcelain pattern on the cloak. That would have been pretty cool. Yeah. If you'd like to join us for the draw, there's a link in the Discord. Very welcome to join the Discord. There's a link down below. If you have D&D characters or D&D art you want to share, you're very welcome to. As well as there's a lot of great artists that you can commission on the Discord. If you're an artist that does commissions, you can send me a message and we can try to get you set up for that. But yeah, Discord's great. I really like our Discord. Lots of really cool people. Yeah, I probably should have just made a monk, but the monk is also not... The monk is probably closer to the ninja than anything else. But
yeah, well, when I meant monk, I was meaning like the shadow monk, where it's like
I don't know if I've looked at the shadow monk.
You get like some like key spells.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
like
kind of ninja.
Darkness and silence and stuff like that.
Oh, I might have to look into that then. Imagine a plasmoid using a corpse as a suit. Yeah, Adam, I mean, that's gross, but I've drawn that many times. In fact, last week we did a Patreon stream where I had the Patreons suggest what they wanted, and they said, draw a cute slime, so I drew a slime that ate somebody. So that will become a sticker soon. We'll see what happens.
It's very adorable.
It is pretty cute. I really like it. It's on the community page if people want to check that out. All right, so I'm going to draw this Lizard Folk Barbarian who likes fingers too much, which I will figure that out as we go. And then we will...
finger bones.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a finger bone necklace. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Goldtooth posted the finger hand turkey. It's like it was a turkey made out of fingers. Gross. All right. I like drawing lizard folk. There's a lot of really
They
cool looking
are-
lizards.
Yeah, there are. Lizard folk are a lot of fun, and I like that they're much easier to find like good reference for than Dragonborn.
We were talking
Maybe-
about yesterday on Twitch was our day to just vent about 1D&D because there have been a lot of people that have been upset about it, and I'm like, I don't have an opinion yet, but I want to hear people's grievances. And something I didn't talk about, and I should have, I really like the new lore for Dragonborns. I think it's really it's nice. It gives them much more of a draconic background, and I'm definitely going to give them tails. So I like it. I'm excited to use that kind of, see what lore they come up with. There's them being more of actual Dragonborn instead of were dragons. Which, if you've not watched any of my videos about were creatures or Dragonborn or were dragons, that's my position on the matter. I will fight you. Reject lizard folk, reverse to dino folk. That could be cool too. Yeah, dino folk could be really cool. Where can I see the list of the suggestions? So the list of the suggestions, there is some of them on the community page, the YouTube community page for Rookzer0. Otherwise, I have a master list that I'm just typing on right now. I could probably make a public list somewhere. Maybe that would be smart for future things. Is that from Scooby-Doo? Is that a Scooby-Doo diver ghost? That feels like
Yes,
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Captain Cuthbert.
That's way simpler than what I'm going for.
Soul Knife is actually my favorite RPG class, and the only thing I play more than fighters. Nice, it's cool hash brown. I like the new lore, but I hate the new Dragonborn PC stats. I want them to be back to the Fizmin stats, and I cannot change my mind. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's a legit statement.
Yeah.
There are a number of ways like fingers too much could be interpreted. Most of them aren't good. Yeah, Dr. Randall, I agree. That's why I think we're gonna go with something normal. Well, I mean, a finger made out of bone necklaces. Oh my god. A necklace made out of bone fingers. It seems like something any lizard folk would do because they like the lore around them is actually, or is that I'm thinking of. No, lizard folk used to be able to make weapons out of bones. I think that was part of their class. So I think that's where we're gonna go with it. Maybe they have a bunch of like dragon bone, finger bones or something on them. But what if we make them really derpy? No, that's not right.
We'll make a lizard folk derpy. Gotta make them cool.
Just
Dang it. Skeleton. Okay, how does Radius and Ulna work in this situation?
it's been at the bottom of the ocean for years. Doesn't matter. Make it up.
Matters to me. I want to figure it out. It's mostly covered up by that chain, so it doesn't really matter that much, but matters
Pretty-
enough that I want to figure it out in my head.
Fair enough.
For your own sanity.
Yeah.
There's a Goblin Squash Stables is a location in the Pathfinder Rise of the Rune Lords campaign, and the farrier there, I guess, is that who? The farrier makes horseshoes. What would it be if you tended a horse stable? Shopkeep, I guess.
I think it's just a stable hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sunglasses equals to cool. Warhammer Crocked Gore are my favorite version of Blizzard. Source, I rolled the truth and rolled 20. I don't know what does that mean. I'm confused about that. D&D 1 is 6e. It is, yeah, but I think that's a is that your gripe or complaint? Is that it's 6e? I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
What's the proper name for a person who works at a stable?
Oh, Goblin Squash Stables. Yes. So that character constantly will pay in the players money for goblin ears, because like the whole Sandpoint area is like swarming with different goblin tribes that are all warring and constantly causing a muck. But part of the thing is like he has a whole bunch of goblin ears just like nailed to the wall, and it's like that's dark and gross and creepy. Finger necklaces, I think probably less so, but maybe not. And yeah,
I would find a different stable.
Yeah, find a different stable. Like, no, thank you.
Like, I'm good.
It's always funny because I let my players be goblins and be monstrous races, but anytime they've started this campaign, I'm like, you can be anything except probably a goblin in this campaign. And you can be a goblin, but the people in this city that we're starting do not like goblins for reasons that will become apparent very quickly. So,
is that one of the first Rune Lord Adventure Path?
I think so.
The
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played this. It's the second version, so I don't know if they like remastered it or if there's just because there's Rise of the Rune Lords is the one I'm talking about. I don't know what the other one would be.
Well, there's like Rise of the Rune Lords and there's Return of the Rune Lords, which I always get mixed up.
Yeah, no, I think Rise of the Rune Lords, I believe, was the first one. But I'm not.
Is there just one Rune Lord in that one?
Yeah, Rune Lord.
Okay, yeah, then
or something.
Yeah, okay. Because in the other ones, all of them are waking up.
Gotcha. There's also a great orc miniature I have that is it's an orc with an axe and a giant tower shield, but the tower shield is just a whole bunch of hands nailed to it. It's like, oh god.
Oh no. Oh no.
So,
Just come on.
world is dark. That's all I'm saying. This world is a lot darker than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
I've not even seen that level of dark in Dark Souls game.
Not true.
Yeah.
I've not seen hands nailed to doors.
Did you not beat Elden Ring?
I've never came across any hands that are just nailed to a shield.
But you did fight the 20-foot tall giant hand monsters.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's
I think a
that
necklace
are
is 2
super
cells
weak
safe.
against fire.
Nobody has to know it's finger bones. There we go. Hash Brown knows what's up.
Look, so Corvus, I'm gonna kind of call you out on that. It's fair. I think that I don't think you're lying to say that you've never seen hands nailed to a wall. There is plenty of shit in that game that is much darker.
Well, oh yeah, I know, but
I like Copa's idea that he's a hand model. Oh, sorry, that was Dr. Ren. Dr. Ren. It's like he's a very moisturized lizard. Start Elden Ring, spend 4 hours, and then start fighting the Tree Sentinel. Spends 4 hours and then start fighting the Tree Sentinel. I've done that. That's fair.
I have not.
Have you not killed the Tree Sentinel, or you just haven't fought it?
Oh, I've killed it later on. It's just I was like, I'm not an idiot. I ain't gonna fight this guy.
Yeah, my friends and I, because we basically only played the game multiplayer. So we started the game, we're like, we're killing this mofo, and we spent like We spent like an hour trying to kill him and finally got him.
Oof.
And then we're like, now we have to beat it for everyone else. And we were like, yeah, we don't care anymore. Like, that was enough.
Yeah.
Just once. Once is enough.
They're there to prove a point that you don't have to fight every single thing you see when you first come to it.
I mean, isn't that the lesson everybody learns first in all Dark Souls-like games?
Well,
no.
of Dark Souls games.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of the Dark Souls first thing is you're gonna die, so they put you up against something you can't beat. And then this one was the first time I think that they were like, check it out, you can skip shit. Because most of the other games were very linear, and you had to go through things.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
There was no like skipping bosses.
Yeah. So this one.
Oh, I didn't know the Tree Sentinel was a specific boss.
It's just a world. It's like a.
World
It's a world boss compared to. You kill it once and it's gone, I think, right? Or does it come back?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
But there's like 3 of them in the whole game.
Yeah, there's a handful of them. In different locations, but they're
Yeah.
like they're a static location, and you beat them once and they're done. So
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
the Crucible Nuts. They got really fancy tree armor.
I agree, he would make a great hand model. Starts opening, spends 90% of your day hanging out with Hug Lady and Turtle Pope. Something gave me right there. I do like Turtle Pope. Turtle Pope is great.
Don't you mean Dog Pope? As
I
everyone-
don't, because I'm not a meme lord.
I don't know who started that, and I wish they never did. It's like they call everything a dog, except for the thing that's called a dog.
Yep.
Because it's cat.
You've done explained the joke again, Corvus.
It still is ridiculous. I wasn't making a joke.
No, I mean that's the meme. That's the meme, and it's fine.
Honestly, the only thing I still routinely see about Elden Ring is people are still very thirsty over the buff dog boy.
Oh.
The
What's
buff
that?
wolf.
I thought you were
wolf
gonna say.
man.
I thought you were gonna say thirsty for the four-armed witch lady. We
Well,
obviously run in different circles.
Yeah.
What was I watching yesterday about? Oh no. You'll come back around. I still don't know if it's actually a dog boy or not, because you can get a helmet that is that,
He actually is like a
but he might actually be
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like a wolf man.
he's such a.
Because his name is like Blide, a half wolf. Or something like that.
Yeah, but the title doesn't like. What was the main guy's name? The first big boss you kill.
Godric the Grafted?
I guess he was grafted, wasn't he? So maybe the names are more important than I give them credit for. You don't look like a Godric to me.
But yeah, like the mouth actually moves when he talks to you. So I was like, okay, so that's like an actual head, not a mask.
Poor guy, learning how to speak English with a dog mouth. I mean, it's hard enough to speak English with a human mouth. Trying to learn how to speak it with a dog mouth, I can't imagine.
That was part of the fun about
Must
playing
be
a polar
rough.
bear in Pathfinder.
Oh,
Oh, yep, that was a bad pun. Took me a second. Part of the downside of being a polar bear was like my DM was like, you have bear mouth, so you can't talk to any NPCs. And I was like, dang it. So that was fun.
Your mouth.
Bear mouth, yeah. Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. I eventually got a necklace that allowed me to talk to people. That was pretty great. Homebrew items, people. Really important. Super fun.
yeah. We just recently made a flask that creates oil,
That's right. Yeah.
which was a thing that I was very surprised didn't already exist, considering how much people like to spam lantern oil.
Yeah, I was like, is that not a thing?
No.
Well,
Not even.
so like, technically, any alchemist could every day create like alchemical fire or just make oil with their
Oils.
alchemical
Yeah.
stuff. So like
Yeah.
having an infinite item that does it seems less important. It's just that you can basically conjure it up.
I wonder
Speaking for us,
if
for you, it was
the
unbearable. No, it wasn't unbearable. I enjoyed it.
the alchemist jug. can
Oh,
make
yeah.
just infinite oil.
That would make sense.
Because it doesn't specify like what type of liquid.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like so much of a liquid. That would make sense to me.
It could, but that's kind of a higher. It's kind of a more expensive magical item, isn't it?
That I do not know.
Okay, so we have our lizard boy here. Give him some scales. Should I go tattoo somewhere? I feel like I should put a tattoo on his hand, like on a hand right here. On his shoulder. It's a pretty good cat. I like that. Dude, I just looked over at that. That's terrifying.
Thank you.
Prepare the nightmare fuel.
I firmly believe all undead should be terrifying.
It's a good stance. It's a good stance to have. I like it. Is Casper the undead? Is that what you're talking about? Picture of Casper makes Casper should be terrifying too. I apologize in advance for the poor tiefling art. Tiefling art? Uh oh. Pretty sure he'd be okay as long as he has human vocal cords. Oh, so he has dog face but human vocal cords?
Vocal cords don't really matter that much in terms of vocalizations. They make the sound. The lip and the shape of the mouth and the motility of the tongue are all of the things that shape the sound for language.
Shadow Kirby, hello, hello. Rook, question. He wouldn't. Uh-oh. D&D 1 or 4E. D&D 1 does not exist yet, so... Yeah. 4E's not... 4E... I've said this before, and I want to clarify again. 4E is not bad. It's just the worst one. Does that make sense? Of all the options, 4E is just the worst one. But 4E is fun. 4E is fun. It's not a terrible system. It's just... It's a wargaming system, and it feels a lot like you're playing World of Warcraft, the video game, or the board game, which if I had the option, I would just play normal World of Warcraft. So... That's my thing.
With the potential for building online resources that we have now that we didn't have back then, I wonder if that would
Maybe.
having those resources would make 4E more fun for people to play.
I had all of the cards because the friend that got me into 4E had all of this stuff. So we had like the class decks.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, you just like you picked your spells and your abilities out, and you had them all laid out in front of you on a big like card table, and that way you could keep track of stuff. So that wasn't bad. It really wasn't that bad, but it's complicated. And second edition Pathfinder might get that way. It's a little complex, but they also simplified a lot of stuff. So I'm not too worried about it so far. I'm gonna fill in this frill, and then I think I'm gonna roll the dice again. I kind of like people screaming. That was fun. I think we should do that again. All right, how many people we got in chat? That's the question. How many people do we have in chat right now? We got like 20 people. I like it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I think I'm done with this lizard barbarian. Maybe I'll give him a big old axe here. Just a big like jagged bone club. Here's what we're gonna do. I have a list here, and there are. Oh no, I lost it. 23 suggestions for D&D characters. I'm gonna randomize the number list so that way people can't guess what it is and where it is. And what I'd like you to do is just start screaming numbers between 1 and 23. And the first one to get, which we say like 3 or 4 of the same number. Let's say 3. Do I want people to scream the same one? We'll draw that one. So start typing numbers. 1 to 23. 1 to 23. And we'll go from there. Alright, we got 2 7s. I see 2 7s. We need one more 7 to do... Oh, there's 3 7s. Okay.
I see 3, yeah.
I see 3 7s. Nice job.
7 it is.
Alright, a high-class elf noble plant wizard druid. High elf noble plant wizard. Plant wizard. I can draw a high elf. What is a plant wizard? Is that like a nature wizard? It's like a
druid basically.
Druid wizard. I like that kind of subclassing. I think it's really fun. We'll give him big old alligator mitts.
It's Radagast.
Yeah, I guess Radagast is kind of a wizard, ASMR, druid thing. I like that. I like that lizard man. That's fun. Okay. High elf wizard druid. Eventually, what I could do is I could start getting the dice roller working again. I don't think the dice roller works here right now. But that could be fun, having people just roll the dice. Or do people like the screaming? Because the screaming's kind of fun too, because it lets people decide if they agree with that number or not. Probably that is a creepy version of Casper the Ghost. Corvus has gotta go, no problem. Catch you later, Rio. What shenanigans are we going on here? We are drawing D&D characters suggested by the Discord or by the community here. If you have a D&D character you'd like to see drawn, let me know. I'll put it on the list, and then we'll roll the dice later and see what happens. Maybe we'll get to draw it. There are 4 7s, lots of 7s. Art stuff. That's not wrong. I think that's accurate. We are doing art stuff today. Talking about D&D. Yeah, 4th edition was fun. 4th edition was fun, but it takes a long time, so you have to build the games different.
I mean, there's a market for and an audience for Warhammer 40K, so
Yeah.
I totally see 4th edition potentially making a comeback.
Yeah, if they with D&D 1, if they do have like a module for 4th edition, I could definitely see people playing it. The other downside to it is there are a lot of really cool classes that came out with 4th edition. but
Yeah.
they all got ported to 3.5, and I think that worked out. Like, really, because that was really the problem. The things that they did to 4E, there was a lot missing from 3.5, and so people were like, why can't I be my infinite time wizard anymore? It's like, because that was broken. And they're like, man, and like that was a lot of the gripe.
Yeah, yeah. That is a little bit of my gripe with second edition Pathfinder right now. The classes don't really transfer.
Yeah. Terrifying doesn't mean they aren't friendly. Casper should be terrifying. All right, that's fair. That's totally fair. So we could have terrifying Casper, who is a friendly ghost.
Yeah.
That's legitimate. I cannot argue with that. Been watching the new Lord of the Rings series. Somebody said that it's essentially just fan fiction, and it's like, you know what? That's fair. But fan fiction can be good, so I'm happy with it. Lots of really cool elf stuff. I think that's one of the things I love about it. There's just tons of elf stuff. Like, you get to see all the elf cities before they get just ravaged by time and war.
Mm.
I really liked it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it because everything I hear from you're the only person I know who's watching it, and everything I see from people online is just that it's the worst thing that's ever happened to them. And
you know what? I lived through the Star Wars remastered and the Star Wars prequels. I don't care anymore. Like, people can be upset and mad. I just don't care. It's fine. Nothing more true Tolkien than an elf crying over being forced to cut down a tree. Oh my god, that was a good scene. That was a good scene. I loved it. All right. I don't want spoilers too much though. If you turn off your memory of Lord of the Rings, it's fine. That's funny because like I was talking to a guy that like I've tried to read the Silmarillion a handful of times. I can't get through it. I always just zone out. Now I use it to try to go to sleep. If I can't sleep, I just turn on the Silmarillion and let it go. But there's a lot of really cool information that like matches up with a lot of the Silmarillion stuff. So I'm excited for that. 3.5 was my favorite edition personally. Yeah, a lot of people love 3.5. 3.5 was a really nice middle ground of kind of an excess of lore because they had all the stuff from third edition, and then people just kept adding it and adding to it and adding to it. And really 3.5, they didn't like end 3.5, right? They were like, we're going to try something new to make it more accessible and try this other thing. 3.5 really just bloated to the point where it needed to be revised to clean it up. That's all that really happened. So 3.5 is still very valid. If you want to go back and play 3.5, you can definitely play it. There are a lot of people that you can break the game very easily in 3.5. So you kind of have to go into it. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. You kind of have to go into it knowing that that's possible. And basically, people that do want to abuse that and make super broken characters, if that's not what your team's going to do, it's not going to be fun. So just keep that in mind. 3.5 campaigns are great.
Yeah. That issue is specifically why my table does not play 3.5 and never will. We might go back to Pathfinder, which can still be broken a little bit if you dig and push hard enough, but for the most part, it's pretty rough.
Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is good. People will be toxic. They don't have the rights to Silmarillion. There isn't too much they can do on that. People are angry about the original trilogy. Yeah. The Silmarillion, though, is literally a Bible and was written as such. It isn't good for TV or film. Exactly. Like, this is fan fiction based off of the Silmarillion, I think. And I'm enjoying it because that's what it is. And so I'm happy about that stuff. So if you're mad because it's like this isn't exactly, it's like I don't care. Like I want more content in Lord of the Rings universe, and this is good to me so far. It's been appropriate, and I have not seen any like egregious things happen yet. which is what I always fear. Which is like, that's the same thing with like new editions of D&D, right? So like, what if
Yeah.
gnomes now are actually made out of chicken poop? It's like, what? It's like, yep, they just grow right out of chicken poop. That's where gnomes come from. It's like, why? Why did you do this? I don't understand. It's good for the lore. I don't foresee that. What character was this supposed to be? Wizard. Drawn a wizard. Okay. It's Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones was. I'm proud of the cat. I love drawing cats in socks. Just like two cats. Two cats are great. Yeah, why? Be gone and trouble me no more. Yeah. Got
And
me old.
cats are basically tubes. Not quite as much as ferrets, but
Would you say that 4th edition is fan fiction of 3.5? You know what? I wouldn't actually. Yeah, 4th edition was. I guess so. Yeah, no, that's still fair. I think it's fair. You could do that. So they can't use that lore. It's in the books that they don't have the rights to. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to go back and talk to my Silmarillion fans. But once again, man, I can't get through the Silmarillion, so like, I don't know. All I know is I enjoy it, and that's fine. That's all that I care about. I want to do like a fancy bun. I want to do this. Since they're a highborn elf wizard. A real fancy boy, if you will. Oh no, did I do this wrong? Or the cat is the fancy boy? If cats are fluid, does that mean that every cat has no insides and it's just a plasma controlling them? I don't think so. I think cats just collectively count as a fluid. They could be, though. Like, I mean, if you think about it, bugs are essentially plasmoids riding around in mech suits.
you gotta be real careful, Rook, or you're gonna end up with cats are mimics. Which is not true, chat. Don't say it.
I mean, I think I'm making the opposite point. Bugs are essentially goo driving a mech suit. Cats are tiny, like, skeletal robots driving fur suits. So I think the fur is what makes them liquid. But like, yeah, if you've ever tried to eat a lobster without cooking it, yeah, it's made out of goo.
Yeah.
Just goo.
I have not ever tried to eat a lobster without cooking it. It sounds disgusting.
Yeah, don't do that. Cook your seafood, people.
But ceviche.
Ceviche is actually cooking.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm mostly teasing.
Don't you pedanticize me.
Just because there's no heat, it's not cooked.
Heat is an application of heat and time. That's what Alton Brown says.
Yep.
But is the chemical reaction of acid burning something the same as cooking? Mm-hmm. Questions, conundrums.
That is a good question, because is it cooking or is it curing?
It's denaturing. It's denaturing proteins. So I don't know. Does that count? I need help. Where are my biologists? Are crabs used in sushi actually steamed and then chilled? I've never contemplated this before. Yeah. So the crab you get in sushi is cooked. It is cooked. You cannot eat raw crab. It will make you die.
Because they're bottom feeding bugs. They're really gross.
They're really gross, and it is. It is goo. So like, it's strange. I'll have to double check that. The anchor will make a fine sword temper 20-second memory. It is still sword temper, I guess. Sandman is awesome. Love the comics. The series is cool. I agree with you. I really like the Sandman. That was great. Don't overcook the seafood. That's terrible. Yeah, it gets really rubbery. I think people should watch Sandman instead of Lord of the Rings, but the media fire over the Rings of Power is too big. I mean, watch both. They're both really good. I like both of them. From the mechanical standpoint, cats do, in fact, equal mimics. I mean, only if it's a mimic that turns into, cats. This cat is also bred. Is also hover cat. Like, I don't know what cats turn into besides cats. But they are traps. Definitely, they are traps. You try to pet one and they bite you, so that's not fun. Damn, plasmoid bugs. Plasmoid bug armor. I think I have my new Spelljammer character. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know why. I'm just imagining a plasmoid that is really just a hydrokinetic fish shaping water around itself. I've drawn that. Someone suggested that once as a goldfish that just had like a water body. It would also be interesting to have like a water elemental that kept fish, like a swarm keeper. That would be pretty fun.
That would be very cool.
Those are all really good ideas. I like those. Patent pending. No, I'm just kidding. Play those. Play those characters and tell me how they go.
Talk to your DM.
Yeah, talk to your DM.
Figure it out. Tell us how it worked for you.
If you have play times longer than 4 hours, please contact your doctor. I feel like I'm drawing Finney's sister because she's supposed to be this rich, come from this rich elf family, and then I always draw her in like a worker's apron and a tank top. I think everyone would just be upset. Like, Finney, come on. Finney's my elf alchemist, who I've used as an NPC many times as like a shopkeep. Recently started trying to play her, and it's not that great. She's a great shopkeep, not a great player.
She's got a little bit too much sass to make her.
Yeah, that's my fault though.
Yeah, to make her great for every table is the problem we specifically ran into, I think.
I think I just like playing sassy characters.
Yeah, everybody's definitely got a type, and that's okay. Corvus likes
Desperado.
very grimdark characters.
Yeah.
My friend Dagon's Mothboy likes he tends to play very, very quiet, also very sassy, like super, super bitterly sarcastic characters.
I started playing a game last night called The Nine Parchments. It's made by the guys that made Trine, which was really one of my favorite games for a long time.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, and one of the options was character attitude, and it was like happy, sad, sassy, and bitter. And I was like, bitter, I guess? I have no idea what it is. Grimdark, relevant Oathbreaker paladin, you say? Maybe? Typical TNT live chat. Yep, exactly. I don't know the details specifically of cooking it in the broad sense, but oxidation, burning, and acid burns are two different processes, giving the same name for simplicity, I guess. Interesting. So, cooking something with acid is just oxidation? Yeah, the 9 parchments. It's an interesting game. It's really strange, though, because, like, you unlock different characters, but they are the same character. Like, I have not yet figured out how this game works. I played it for like an hour, maybe 2 hours yesterday, so we'll see how it goes. There's an ice wizard, but you didn't start with it. It made me mad, so I'm going to try to unlock the ice wizard. Hey, can you draw a goblin with a slightly chipped ear and Harry Potter-esque glasses? He's an alchemist druid. I hope everyone's doing great. Gloomy, I will add that to the list, and we will try to get it going.
I'm going really slow on this one. I have no idea if I'm going to get 2 done. Hey, it looks really cool. Chains are hard and time-consuming, by the way.
Oh yes, chains are a pain in the ass. I've played the spectrum of characters in D&D. That's a result of 20 years of playing, though. Yeah, exactly. I definitely feel that. I'm sorry, tabletop experience. Hello, hello. How are you today? If I remember my science correctly, ceviche is technically cutting the food, but that's kind of a semantic thing. Curing. Okay, curing food. Got it. Yeah, it is a little weird. Because, like, pickling, also, you don't have to cook the things you're pickling or curing, because that's just salt. But maybe that's the point, is that you're not cooking it.
Well,
so,
pickling also is denaturing with an acid usually, right?
Yeah.
Either you provide the acid with vinegar, or if you're fermenting, that's you're relying on microorganisms to eat parts of the food and provide the acid. Or alcohol. Or both. You know, we always talk about food too much.
I mean, it's a lunchtime stream. People are hanging out. I was a cook for 12 years.
Yeah, I was a
That's not true.
foodie.
I was a cook for, I guess, 6 years. But I've worked in kitchens for 12 years. Kitchens and restaurants. Oh, actually, I didn't. So my first job ever was at a Dairy Queen. I don't know if I should count that as cooking experience, but yeah, there you go. It is. And then,
I think you can count it as food service experience.
Food service experience, I have like 20 years. I have like 20 years of food service experience.
I have about 5. After which I said, you know what, I think I'm done with this. Food service is rough.
Yeah, food service is rough. It's a job, though. It's a good job. You get paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get paid. I don't know. All jobs are like that, right? There are good and bad versions of every job.
Well, I mean, you are less likely to get paid in food service in America because of the tip system than in most other places in the world. But you know,
there was something about being a bartender I was going to add, and I can't remember what it was now. Doesn't matter. All right, change the topic. back to ceviche. You still have to have like a food handling permit to do that. So I don't know. God, I want to pickle now. There's so many good things to pickle.
Yeah, especially right now.
Mm-hmm. I might have to go buy some. Might have to go find someone that's selling pickling cucumbers and just make some pickles.
I have right now in my fridge the best half sour dill pickles I have ever eaten in my life.
What are the Thrycrete? Haven't heard of them yet. Ooh, I have a great video out about why you should play Thry Green. They are bugs. Yeah, they're space bugs.
Yep. Yep.
No, actually, they're not space bugs. They are space bugs, but they're also Dark Sun bugs. I like them as space bugs. Yeah, definitely go check that out. It's really good. They have multiple arms, which is kind of unique. They got lots of really fun stuff. I like the idea. Recent campaign.
Think of them as D&D Mantis Man.
Yeah, D&D Mantis is a good way to do it. If you're looking for a new Harry Potter Hogwarts game, then you should make a very dark wizard who will cause the true blood. Slytherin. That's the new... I don't think Nine Parchments is the Harry Potter game, right? But like this does feel very Harry Potter inspired. Oh, you're looking forward to the new Harry Potter Hogwarts game. Got it. Yeah, I think I watched the trailer for that the other day. Looks pretty good. Recent campaign, in fact playing a Revenant Paladin. It's a glorious, and I think I might. The stench of the undead will lead to the fantastic drama for the party. Yeah, I really love playing undead characters, having undead characters in my parties. There's lots of fun stuff you can do with just them existing, right? Like it's not supposed to be normal, so everyone's like, what do we do about this? I love it. Giant intelligent insectoids creatures are originally from the Dark Sun setting. Okay, yeah, I believe so. I can't remember where they originally came from. No, I think so. They were initially Dark Sun, which is why they have weird psionic powers, which I would just... Oh! Rule number 2, which I forgot to add. Don't use the fill tool. The fill tool is bad.
Yeah.
That's my fault for not saying that. But yeah. It does not work well, and Aggie should know this by now.
Yeah. Also, don't feel bad about it because we have all done that many times.
It happens quite frequently. Yeah, Dark Sun. Dark Sun, I think, was really kind of made as a Mad Max low magic place, and so everything got psionic abilities to still have magic, which is like, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Whatever. So it is what it is. But I like a lot of the stuff that came out of it. And the Thry Green were one of them. So one of them. One of the things that came out of it. Yeah. I made a video for him. I really like him. Really like the art. Drawn quite a few now, actually. I'm pretty happy with them. I like drawing bugs.
Yeah, bugs are fun.
I'm a monster illustrator first, and then now I'm blending into sexy elf people. That arm should probably be higher, but I think I'm just going to cut it. There we go. That's really curving hard back on that. That might be too much. It might be too much. It looks so good, though, but it's just not appropriate. Scale it back a little bit. What's so special about your elven alchemist? She can bend her hand backwards and it doesn't break. Fancy. Yeah, that does.
He's part Rakshasa.
She's a Rakshasa. Sorry for the purple flash. Yeah, no problem, Cyberman. Thank you for drawing with us, by the way. And then it looks like we have someone else drawing with us, too, which welcome in. I hope we have enough room for you. So magic was seen as evil? No, I think it... Oh, this is actually... Okay, it was the magic drained life from the living things, but psionics didn't. So magic was evil. Okay, cool. I thought magic was just gone, but I didn't realize. I knew it was something... Like, I always think of the spell plague is, I think, what people talk about now. It's like that's kind of the Dark Sun post-apocalyptic event thing. But I think those are still two separate instances. We won't get to it, but I hope they get an additional Spelljammer expansion. Yeah, they probably won't, which is sad because they just now came out with the Spelljammer stuff. But if you want, you can also look at Starfinder. Starfinder has a lot of really cool stuff from the Pathfinder universe. A lot of it is 3.5 inspired because Pathfinder is a 3.5 compatible game. So it's not hard to transition it over, and I would highly suggest checking that out. Yeah. Oh, and plants. Oh, that's right. She was supposed to be a plant wizard. I forgot. Let's give her... Ooh, okay. I have an idea. We're going to give her like a bouquet on her shoulder here. We'll do some flowers. Maybe instead of... Maybe do some like tulips. That'd be cool. I'm Loretta, flower wizard. She's just got like, she's just carrying around tomatoes and stuff.
My farmer's market stall pays for my spell book.
You see all these druids just like covered in mud, and she's like, no. I use the arcane. She just summons a bunch of flowers. It's like, I don't know if that's fair. Whatever.
I mean, druids do that with druidcraft, so.
I suppose so. Maybe she'll have a little bramble in her hair.
By the way, I never really, or I haven't finished second campaign of Critical Role. Did Caduceus ever actually, does anybody in the chat know, did Caduceus ever actually tell us what his, like, cause things to decay cantrip was?
Oh, wasn't that just, I thought that was just, Tense and Power, hello, how late do I... Yeah, you're fine. Oh, shoot. I know what this was. Why can't I remember the name of it? It's the spell that prevents you from being resurrected as an undead.
Oh,
It's like something peace or final rest or something.
Gentle Repose?
No, Gentle Repose is the opposite. Gentle Repose preserves the corpse. This actually...
Right.
Decompose. Is that it? Chris Holt? Let's see if that's... Yeah, it was Decomposed. Yeah, but it was a homebrew thing made by Magic. Rapidly decompose. Preserve. Oh, leaving behind a perfectly clean thing. Yeah, interesting. So it was a homebrew thing. I swear
Okay.
maybe it's hollow. I'm trying to think of a spell that might not be a cantrip. Pretty sure that ceremony could make a dead be unable to be resurrected too. Yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of. Gentle Repose does stop undead. Interesting. Okay. I thought Gentle Repose just prevented decay. Gentle Repose also stops necromancy while the corpse is under the effect. Ah, okay. So
I also wonder if you're thinking of a Pathfinder spell.
I might be thinking of a Pathfinder spell. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, I mean that happens to me all the time as well. I'm specifically asking because I had thought I figured it out and then ended up looking at Pathfinder. I don't remember ever being able to find what it was in 5e, so I just assumed it was a homebrew thing.
Yep. Turns out it was a homebrew thing. I think that makes a lot of sense, though. I like those kind of homebrews. Like, hey, my character should be able to do this, right? Like, that's what they specialize in.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do that kind of homebrew stuff. I think it's great.
Totally.
Okay, I think this is about good. Maybe I'll give it one more flower.
If you're smart about your cantrips, your homebrew cantrip, it won't break the game.
It's a bee wizard. Sorry, that's an inside joke. Don't worry about it. Bees. That's a meme, but bees. I like this idea very much. So thank you for that suggestion. I like it. Fancy elf wizard. Oh, I didn't draw the rest of the staff. That would probably be helpful. Give her like a book. Because she's a wizard. She's a wizard, damn it. Not one of these dirty druids. playing around in manure all day.
Relying on compost and natural processes.
Let me rub some bugs on it. That'll fix the problem.
Oh, oh, sorry, you just gave me an idea for a druid that I think nobody wants.
The natural healer.
Yeah,
Leeches! I've been stabbed! Leeches! The bleed
uh-oh, it's
smell
gonna
is
get
just-
infected. Better sew a maggot into that wound.
Some subclasses should be able to tame beasts or other monsters if they have natural animal companions.
I mean, I feel like that's how that really should be, and that draw the druid. Entomancer all around. Entomancer, yeah, that's cool too. I like that. It's getting late in France, and let's catch you over later. Thank you, Adam, for hanging out. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Druid of Pestilence, yeah, that could be really fun too. Yeah, I think there's a lot of 5e didn't do so great with the pet system, which 3.5 had a really robust one, so I could see why a lot of people got mad about that. But at the same time, like, it's easy enough to put it back in, and I think yeah, especially if you have, really that should be something that anybody can do, and I think the cohort system kind of figured some of that out too. But you can just do that with a pet. I've done that in the past. Pathfinder 3.5 has some great ranger stuff for it, especially as well as druid companions. So check those out if that's what you want to do. Super worth it. I'm gonna fancy up this necklace here, or this neck piece. This gorget mantle, and then we're gonna move it on. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We've got a long list here, people. We've got a long list here. How should we do it this time? Should we let people just scream out numbers?
I mean, your show, your rules. I'm just having fun over here drawing this spooky thing.
This is my emotional support flesh golem. You mean it's unsightly? That's pretty good. You do a half orc, half elf fighter, 100 male with a white mohawk hairstyle. Yeah, add that to the list. An orc elf. Orc elf. I will add it to the list. Okay. My argument for addition is 3.5 had some super cool customization options, but math. I prefer 5e myself, but I do find it lacking the customization. Math combat drags a bit. Yeah, I think that's like right on the money. Right on the money. But I'm a fan of math, so I have a better proclivity to Pathfinder at 3.5, but 5e is great to play. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
The Beastmaster subclass allows you to tame a certain CR, but at level 20, having a wolf wouldn't really be good for you to fight a dragon. Yeah, they definitely need their own leveling system, which 3.5 and Pathfinder do have. So they need a level with you. Sometimes it's like at a 3rd level if you're a ranger, because it's not supposed to be like a full companion. The druid generally does get a higher level pet. And it works out great. It works out good. They're pretty tough. Usually they're pretty tanky too, which is super cool. Okay, let's just start. Everyone type. Yeah, 1 to 24. Let's do it. Let me randomize these again. Boop, 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 boop. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. We got 2 12s, a 16, 2 16s, 22, 2 19s. 5. 12, 12, 17, 16, 22, 19s. 2 19s, 2 12s. So far, 2 16s. 0, 0. This is why we can't have nice things. 2 19s. That's the 3 19s. Okay, we got 3 19s. Here we go. That is a kobold witch. Kobold witch.
Oh yeah, kobold for the kobold boys and girls. don't know if we have any kobold girls. I know of at
69.
least 2 kobold boys in the chat currently.
All right, let's draw the kobold witch. Kobold witch, huh? The witch is an interesting class. I've tried to play it once, and I had a character try to play it once, and it was a little... specifically the curse and hex based thing in Pathfinder it's just complicated. It feels really complicated. I think I might want to do a snub-nosed witch. Well,
The hex thing is pretty complicated, but if you can get it down, it's really powerful.
yeah.
I had a player who's played a witch before and really enjoyed it. They worked with the group really well, and we had a lot of fun. It's a pretty strong casting class. Have you ever played a Pathfinder? Is it Arcanist?
Arcanist, I have not. I probably should.
They are. I like the prepared spellcasting system for them. They are basically the only Pathfinder spellcaster whose spellcasting functions like 5e prepared spellcasters.
Okay, I do remember that. I'm a kobold girl. I made 3 kobold characters. They're funky. I like them. I like them a lot. Yeah, collection grows. Oh yeah, Dr. Random. I think this is your suggestion. So there we are. Do the art ideas get carried over to the next stream? By the way, yes. Normally, I've been trying to do 2 streams a week now, so we will carry these over to Friday, and then next week we'll do a new list. So if you want to suggest the same thing next week, that's totally fine. But we start the list over, so we get a fresh batch of people. And I'll post something on the community page, probably on Sunday or Monday, so people can do that. Or you can just show up to the stream. That's totally fine. Love kobolds, almost as fun as goblins, though from a demon perspective, I like kobolds more. I think I definitely probably use goblins way more than kobolds, but I do love them both. I think they're fun to play as a DM. I love both kobolds. They have a cool vibe, make them kind of like cave-dwelling cultist things. That's definitely one good way to play them. I like it that way. Behold the tiefling wizard with a gold mask and shadow blade. Taken from the list, but probably done nowhere near justice. It's almost GB. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's a good cat with a shadow blade. Will there be this Friday? I guess so. I don't see why not. Probably do this Friday and then next Wednesday, and then I have to take a week off. So yeah, we'll try to do it this Friday for sure. I think. Plus, we got a long list, so we'll keep going. I'm probably gonna go a little later today too. I want to try to get a lot of these done. Just hang out, let people get used to the channel, and then hopefully we'll have a new video out this week too, which would be awesome. Why do I have the hiccups? I'm so confused.
I probably won't draw the whole time.
That's fine.
But I want to get at least one more. I think I'm rounding the finish line on this.
I don't know if you guys can hear Skipcat snoring behind me.
And on the Discord.
I don't want to try to move the mic. I kind of want to do something like this. I kind of want to do like a bag. Thinking of the weird turtles from Dark Souls 3. People with the giant like packs on their back.
Oh yeah.
They bring my house with me, so I can devour children wherever I go. I know that's a not cool stereotype of witches.
Yeah.
So,
The pack people you're talking about, they always really, really reminded me of the little hoarder hags from Labyrinth.
yeah. I would not be surprised if that was
An intentional copycat.
yeah. Or at least, like, heavy inspiration.
Yeah, yeah.
I want, like, gnarled, weird spines coming out of this bag, though. It's a horned wizard. Existential crisis. Is there any here on Friday? Nice. Good. Kobolds. I have a light domain cleric kobold that wears snowblinder goggles to see in the day. Nice. Jump Rope has made a few drow characters with sun hats, and that's always been a fun. It's like, what a stupid downside. You could just have a hat. Like, if your whole, yeah, like that defeats it. Like, I get it. I really like sunlight sensitivity and like creatures that are weak to light, because it's a mechanic that I think 5e specifically doesn't play with very much, because they like giving everybody dark vision. But I'm a big fan of torches, like keeping track of torches and carrying torches. Can add a lot of fun mechanics to the game, especially when sunlight sensitivity is important, because someone drops a daylight spell and it's just like, cool, you're dazed for 2 rounds. It's like, oh, that sucks. Do I gotta save? It's like, no, you're just dazed. Enjoy. But my hat. It's like, I've had a lot of really cool battles end and start differently than I expected because of somebody having like a darkness spell or a light spell.
Yeah. I really do like battlefield control options. I think that's one of the reasons why I really like playing support casters.
Yeah. Bird. Is it a real bird? Nobody knows. Just stands perfectly still. How interesting would that be, though, if it was a witch with a stuffed bird? What's your familiar? I want it to be a stuffed crow. Like, is it alive? It's like, yeah, enough. It fulfills all the things that a familiar would fulfill, but is a stuffed bird. I need to go get a drink here in a minute. Take a quick break, but I definitely want to keep going. Hot take. I like dark vision and light mechanics. They go hand in hand. Yeah, absolutely. I do. Do people not realize how short 60 feet of dark vision is? Yeah, that's another thing that's like hard to keep track of, right? It's like, especially when you like draw on a play mat.
Yeah.
Either having to draw things like, it's like, here's the whole cave, covering it up with paper, or just things like Foundry and Roll20, D20. Is Roll20? D20. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They do a good job. Brian's pretty good. Are you? Did you find a pumpkin patch to go get tons of pumpkins at? I'm totally willing to have the hat cannot stay in combat rule. That's fair too. That's fine. Unless you're in a building, it's nothing. There's also like
There's a handful of things in 5e that give people like 120 foot dark vision. I think drow have that, and some kind of dwarf, stone dwarfs, trigger dwarfs. I'm not sure. Duragar. I like the Duragar. But yeah, I very much like having to deal with torches and stuff. Part of that is because I used to play human clerics all the time, so the light spell was just like my go-to. Like I'm always gonna have the light spell on. And in situations where I don't, shit will get weird. And that was part of my fun, was trying to like make sure that people had vision. If I ever make a video game, I am gonna try to incorporate light into that because I like it. That is a weird foot. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. Let's do it there. That's better. We're going to give it like a spiky tail. I think that'll be interesting. It's a stego kobold. Pink flamingo on a stick? Wait, what? The most support my teammates get out of my cleric is a jolt to help death saves, and maybe holy weapon sometimes when it's feeling generous. That's rare. My party, who all have dark vision, got ambushed by a feminine giant. Famine giant? Famine giant, okay. Was almost TPK'd, but ate their food, card, and supplies, and they got away. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. Like, not every fight has to end with just, total death. I think it's a lot more fun when shenanigans happen. I wish Simic Hybrid's got a few more options from enhancement things. And maybe a third thing, so they would have 3 different things. I don't know. I wish Simic Hybrid's got a few more options for enhancement things. Okay, I gotcha. I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of cool. Yeah, the Simic Hybrids were, because they were put in as like a Magic the Gathering edition, they didn't get a lot of explorative stuff. What I've always suggested for people to do with Simic Hybrids, which I should probably just make a video about them eventually, but I don't like supporting Magic the Gathering blending. What I would suggest doing for the Simic Hybrids is either A, find a normal creature, so like not an aberration, something from, you could, but just to keep it simpler, I would stick with something that exists in the material plane, so you have like a handful of shards, something that's not magical beast, and then just take one of their abilities and then steal that. The other way to do it is to go to things like 3.5 and Pathfinder have the construct builder, which allows you to build things like flesh golems and necrocrafts. All of those have a price tag, like a point system, to allow you to build, like, I want a third arm. I want to be able to crush people with this arm. I want this to be a tentacle versus like a claw. Like, so there's a whole bunch of different things that are just pieces because you're supposed to be building a creature. And for the Simic Hybrids, like, just figuring out what is kind of equivalent to what you would have at that level and then taking it worked great. It's fun, and I would definitely go with that. I would also do the same thing with tieflings, but instead of taking beasts, take demons. Like, find a demon you like, take one of their features or traits. That works really well too. I think that's a lot of fun.
The party has very bad luck with fighting giants. That's totally fair. I almost TPK'd my party with rock giants because I wanted these giants to fight Kevin the Necromancer's Necrocraft because it's basically a giant flesh golem. And I'm like, yeah, so he'll just like square off with that. And instead, Lars, our gunslinger, he just ran forward and like, I'm gonna shoot this giant in the face, and got crushed. And it was like, okay, I need to rethink my strategy here. So that was really funny. It was really funny. But I like giants. I like giants as a conceptual creature type. So did you grade this guy's foot?
Gotta love those oh fuck moments.
Not intended.
Yeah.
Not what I intended.
Whoops. This encounter was a little bit harder than I expected. How many times you guys gonna make me regret the frost drakes?
I'm okay with the frost drakes. I have fun. I don't think it was too hard. I think it just... Well, I mean, I don't know if it was too hard. I think we like I said, my gripe with it was that we rushed it.
Yeah.
That was it. I think if we hadn't rushed it, we would have been just fine. Trying to think of other things I can add to this. I might just make it look a little more. We'll add a few more little spikes. She just collects dragon horns. That's what all of her magic is based off of.
Can I turn off the cat in the sock, the cat in the sweater layer briefly, so I can save this out?
I'm not sure if they are still here. We'll give them a minute and then we'll... Yeah, you can. Okay. I'll turn that off. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. You got it. Taken care of. Uh-oh. I'm on the wrong layer now. We usually post these in the Discord under the hashtag Discord and Draw, so if people want to copy these or take them for their campaigns or their character sheets or whatever, as long as it's just for personal use, feel free. That's what they're there for. Druid, if you ever have something you don't want to share, feel free to not post it. That's totally legit. I will post mine because that's what I intend. About making a reborn kind of undead paladin. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm still here. You can do that. So yeah, same thing about the undead. Like, I really love undead characters, but I'm sad how 5e deals with them. The Revenants are pretty close, but like, I don't know. I like the idea of not having Constitution scores. It screws the game up a bunch and makes the DM have to really do some mental gymnastics, but I like it. I think it's really fun. Kevin the Necromancer has been playing Necromancer for quite a while as an undead character, and we've done a lot of weird things with that. Necrocraft notwithstanding, because that was the means of us getting rid of his 23 skeletons. It's like, yeah, we'll just what if just one big skeleton? It's like, yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Give him like a shoulder pad here.
All right. You're welcome to put back up Sock Cat.
I hate how there are pretty much no undead races. Yeah, and I really do think... I like the old system was templates, right? Like...
Yeah.
Anything can be an undead race, you just have to make them undead. And I love that, and I still use that to this day.
Yeah.
So...
I think 2nd edition Pathfinder got that right. Anybody can be a skeleton, anybody can be an undead, anybody can be a Genosti.
Yep. Tieflings.
Yeah, the Beastkin, which are basically the uncursed were creatures, right?
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. All right, I think I'm done with this little witch.
I also need a new prompt, but I'm going to take just a minute because I need to eat something.
Yeah, I think that might be a good call. This might be a good place to take a restroom break. Everyone go get a snack, get a drink. Go write something silly on your favorite why you should play video. I'm going to go get a drink, refill my glass, maybe snack on some crackers or some chips.
You could run some ads to make sure everybody actually goes
Yeah.
takes care of themselves.
That's a good idea. I'll run some ads, and if you don't want to watch them, go do some self-care or something. It's fine. Be right back. Okay, so yeah, and then we'll be back. We'll roll some more dice. We'll get some more people yelling at the chat, and we'll be back in it. Everyone, take 5. Oh, I just rolled over my toe. I'm all right.
Mm.
How do I do this? I forgot. All right, everybody, we'll be right back. Okay. That Baba Yaga picture is really good. Let's do that. Which art program would you recommend for someone trying to transition from traditional paper to digital art? Aggie is free, and it works in any Chrome browser, so that's a great place to just pick up. The digital pencils are kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Clip Studio Paint can be cheap, which is nice, but it's really powerful.
They're switching to a subscription base.
Oh,
So
are they? God,
yeah.
that makes me mad. Photoshop, I love Photoshop. I use Photoshop, but if I wasn't actively using it for work, like because I use Photoshop and the Adobe product to make all my videos and art, I would not because it is expensive. So I would not suggest that unless you can get like a free or a student version, which they do offer sometimes. So Clip Studio Paint or Clip Art Studio is decent. Krita is cheap and pretty good compared to Photoshop. I would suggest Krita probably, but it's really powerful.
Powerful. It's free.
Yeah.
It has most of the functionality that Photoshop does, so you can do a lot with it. I don't think it's not good for like photo manipulation. It's specifically built for art, but it's reverse compatible with a lot of Photoshop stuff, so that can be helpful.
Krita is what I'm currently using. Yeah, I've suggested Krita to a lot of people, so I would keep doing that. Just depends on what you would do. Like I think Clip Studio is really good if you're used to painting.
Yeah.
Their brush, the way their brushes interact with the thing is pretty good. Pretty good if you're used to like specific water painting or watercolor. You can get those in Photoshop, but I think Clip Studio Paint does it better. So
yeah, I agree.
Burning Palace, hello. Yeah, you can get just Photoshop for like $12 or something, $12 a month, which isn't terrible, but I don't know. Krita's free. I would go with that.
If you're planning to go into a digital art specific field, it might be worth biting the bullet and doing Photoshop just because it's industry standard, and if you know it really well, then that experience is going to pay dividends when you get a job.
Just saw something happen in a D&D chat. Hey everyone, Critical Role spoilers, and they got banned. That's funny. Yeah, don't be a dick. You know, like that's the rule.
Yep. Obey the rules, and we don't have a problem.
Anarchy. Like nope. All right. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I hope people are back. I ate a sandwich. Stuffed my face with a sandwich. I kind of want a bag of chips, which is not great for streaming, but I don't care. Yeah, that sounds like someone was just trying to be a jerk. No, Skeep Cat. These are my chips. Printed bag full of tuna fish. You can absolutely hear that on the mic. I'm so sorry. I'm going to clear the thing. Thank you for drawing the cat and the is that tentacles on elf hair? I like it. It looks really cool. I like it. I'm going to clear the screen though, if that's all right. If people would like to continue drawing, they're welcome to. Tuna fish. Goblin Wizard and Golem made of cursed items. Is that a suggestion you'd like to see drawn? Blip0? Blip0, I like it. I don't think the episode's on YouTube yet.
Rules are, though, you got to choose one or the other.
What did Blip have? Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Okay. Wait, one or the other what?
The Goblin Wizard or the Golem made of cursed items?
Oh, and a Golem. Yeah. Which one would you prefer? Drawn Invisible Man. The Last Beanbender, welcome in. I'm gonna, just because, there you go. There's your character. I'm not gonna put that on the list now, because we already drew it. The Golem, okay. Cursed Golem.
Cool.
I will put that on our list. Can I do this? Where is this? I've lost my button here. Okay. 1 to 24. People in the chat, 1 to 24, while I chomp on some chips. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta type in 1 to 24. Pick one. Pick a number. Chips.
We get to do this twice because you need one and then I need one. 3 sevens right off the bat.
I do see 3 sevens. I'll draw 7s. Keep going. More numbers. Keep yelling numbers. Druid needs more numbers. 33. Hashi Brown didn't follow the rules.
Nope.
Hashi Brown didn't understand the assignment.
Disqualified.
Oh, wow. So I'm going to be drawing a halfling ranger. This is a halfling ranger with a Saint Bernard blink dog. I kind of want to just draw the Saint Bernard blink dog. That sounds pretty awesome. So I might just do that. But now we need more for a druid. Druid, would you like to roll a dice, or do you want people to keep yelling numbers?
Chat slowed down. I'll roll the dice. A 3.
Would you ever fight a golem of cursed magical items? Probably, yeah. I think that'd be
Yeah, probably.
a samurai hobgoblin getting real tired of their cursed sword shenanigans. I don't know what that means. But there you are. Burning, since you were the only one that yelled, I mixed the numbers together. So take that as you will. A samurai hobgoblin getting real tired of their cursed sword shenanigans.
Okay.
Draw the blink dog with the hat in their mouth looking for their master. That's funny. I can do that. We'll do something like that. Maybe I'll put the hat on his head. I like dogs with hats. Do blink dogs just look like dogs? Oh god, they're terrifying.
It depends. Like, because they're Fey, I usually base them off of a maned wolf.
Saint Bernard Fey dog. I like it. Most cursed items need attunement, so low risk. Yeah, I mean, essentially, there's no difference for a creature made out of cursed items than, like, a golem made out of non-cursed magical items. So.
I like, because it is specifically made out of a conglomeration of magical items, which are kind of hard to break, I would personally give them a little bit of damage resistance.
Yeah, I would do, but even for a magical item. I guess the only thing would be different would be, like, maybe they're inherently just evil or kind of a dick. Okay. Saint Bernard blink dog, eh? St. Bernard's got that like kind of square face. Thank you. Got them jowls.
Right. Get. Gotta look at reference for mine. Jowly dogs are very funny.
This is gonna look real weird with the pointy ears. What a regal beast. What a good boy. That's not a Saint Bernard. That's a hound dog of some kind. I can't remember what they're called. Do you mind if I change my suggestion from a Civic Hybrid to a Damphir Bard? Or just draw whatever you want, really? It's fine. We can do that. Probably going to get 2 or 3 more. So, yeah, Damphir. Basset Hound, thank you. Basset Hounds are great. These crinkly chips were not smart. What a bad idea. They're so delicious, though. Tim's Hawaiian brand chips? Sponsor, maybe? If anybody works for Tim's Chips, Cascade Snacks. Hey, here's my number. I'll throw it out there. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the blink is like a really tall.
Yeah.
I like the idea
Main-
that them being fey makes their ear, like floppy ears, kind of float a little bit.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like they're just lighter than maybe their jowls would do that too, though. Kind of floof dog.
Maned wolves totally look like if a fox and a
Giraffe.
I was gonna say a greyhound
Wear jowls.
had a baby.
Such sassy rascals. Oh, that's my grandma's basset hound. Yeah, I agree. Such a sassy rascal.
Aren't you Muffin?
Such a good song. I gotta keep doing fan art of Ninja Sex Party until Dan Avidan or Ninja Brian tweet at me. I should just draw them as D&D characters. That's what I should do.
Yeah, you should.
Everybody needs another unicorn wizard.
And a badass ninja. Does Ninja Brian ever use a keytar?
I think so. I mean, in a video, I don't know. I can't think of one now. He must have in Dinosaur Laser Fight. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it.
Yeah. just maybe watch a little more NSP,
Yeah, I tried
which
to
stands for Ninja Sex Party.
tried to explain to one of my coworkers once what Ninja Sex Party was, and they weren't there. They weren't there for it. They're like, nope, not into whatever the hell you're talking about. It's like, all right, that's fair. There's something wrong with Windows Media Player's random function. I've got like 6 hours of music, and it constantly plays the same like 3 songs. I'm not sure what's up with that. Werejail sounds like a strange condition where you kind of got lycanthropy, but then you got better, and the only thing you have left is the symptoms of werejails.
You were naturally resistant, so all that really happened is you ended up looking like a 90-year-old British man.
Yep. But only under the full moon.
I think I need to rethink how I do hobgoblins. Just putting the football hat on top of a person's body isn't working for me anymore.
We should stop the city sacrificing people, but we need to conquer it and hold it. Would that make us the bad guys? Wait, what? What does ninja toilet paper mean? I'm confused. We should stop the city sacrificing people, but we need to conquer and hold it. So, you conquered a city and they're sacrificing people and you're deciding whether or not to stop them from doing that?
They want to stop people from being sacrificed, but in order to do that, they have to overthrow the political system. They have to conquer the entire city and enforce new rule of law.
Why would you want to be mute doing lycanthropy? I mean, maybe that's the curse. Maybe you're cursed with wear immunity. You have a static form. Your form is you can't use polymorph spells.
Yeah, how's that for a curse, Bry?
She's a 10, but she can never be a werewolf. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, right? So, if you have to conquer a city to save them from the government, technically evil, but I don't know. I'd get behind it. I guess it's not evil, it's just unlawful. Quick, I need a free stat. Yes, it's a curse, and I think they just ruined my day. Oh no. I'm sorry. Evil is relative, yeah. But conquering is evil. Oh, conquering is not necessarily evil. You can conquer like a chocolate cake.
It really does depend on how you're conquering. Generally speaking, the ends should not justify the means if you're talking about good and evil. If you're talking about law versus order, then the rules are different.
Okay, that's the last of the chips. Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm playing a Liberator Paladin right now, and his order does not allow him to enact his thoughts or opinions on other people. Like, that's the thing. Freedom is more important than anything else.
No vigilante justice here.
Yeah. It's like people have to be able to make their own decisions, and I can't intervene with that. So, in that case, yes, it would be an evil act. Conquering would be an evil act for that paladin. But if your order dictates that you save people when they're being unjustly treated, then conquering would be a righteous action in that opinion. So, it really depends. It really depends. Now, if your party is just like, hey, this is a thing that everyone is happy with, but we think it's wrong, then it's an evil act, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a right to interfere with their society, unless they ask you for help, or Otherwise, it becomes a special friendship operation. Is it actually unlawful if you're enforcing your own laws? Well, that's what makes it an evil act, though, is if you're enacting your own laws on someone else that doesn't agree with your laws. But it's evil in the respect that you're enforcing laws on someone else. So, it's a gray area, like most things. I think the people getting sacrificed would like to be saved. See, that's different. That's different. Like, if everyone is agreeing that sacrificing is cool, you don't have a right to stop them. But if people are getting forcefully sacrificed, you have a right to save them if they ask for it, right? D&D is fun. Moral conundrums. Yeah, exactly. Wild pumpkins strained of their spice by illegal poachers. Please demand ethically sourced pumpkin spice. Funny. I gotta bug beat this guy up real bad. Hold on a second. Tiny little poof feet. I guess. No, they got tiny little poof feet. Drawing dogs sitting down is hard.
Yeah.
Dog's feet is weird. Saint Bernards have this interesting coat that like just skips their legs altogether and then goes down their butt. I don't know how else to make this. I guess the tail? What do blink dogs have interesting tails? They do. They have long tails. Long, poofy, fake tails. There we go. That was kind of a weird one because it was not really a D&D character per se, but I like it. I like where it went. Bugbear Panda? Is that supposed to be Bugbear Panda? Or is Budbear a thing? Bugbear Panda. It does say Bugbear Panda. Okay. I don't know what that means. Victor, is that what you'd like me to draw as a panda? Oh no, I've gotten chips. Got chip crap on my tablet. Curse you, chips being delicious. A bee bear panda? That's a pretty good picture. That's a pretty good picture. Let me see if I forgot anything here. No, I think this is it. I think we done did it. I hope this fulfills the
Request?
the request, yeah. It's kind of a silly one, but I like it. His hat probably needs to be bigger. Yeah. Love the dog. All right, let's do one more. That was a quick one, but I like it. All right, so we have still 23. Everyone yell a number 1 to 23 in the chat. As soon as we get 3 of the same one, we'll draw that one. $15. 15 again. I'll fit. All right. Maybe we don't need to roll the dice. Maybe we just let people yell it. I like it. All right. What is 15? Let's see what we got here. A gremlin sorcerer artificer. Now here's the real question: do I draw the gremlin D&D gremlin or gremlin gremlin? I gotta do fuzzy. I think I gotta do the fuzzy gremlin. Gotta figure out a body shape I like. I still like the idea that gremlins are just like animated puppets. How to make a gremlin? Make a Muppet. It's a lot. My own gremlin has appeared on my desk. Nice. Seen my video on gremlins, I highly recommend going and watching it. It's pretty good.
It is. I also highly recommend it.
Did a lot of fun drawing that one.
And I am less biased as I did not make it.
Oh no. What have I done? Wait, this was an artificer. Did I say artificer paladin? What did I say? Or was it just an artificer?
I don't remember.
Oh no. This is not a gremlin. That's a mogwai. Oh, okay. Did I screw it up? What do I give him really long legs? Oh my god, I love it. He's an artificer, so I gotta give him goggles, right?
I mean, yeah.
What am I missing here? Space goblins with midichlorians. Yoda was a goblin. Yoda could have been a gremlin. Like, there's no reason. This is your last draw, Rook? I might do more. I'm gonna try to start streaming longer. Just because. And also, apparently, I have a video in the works, which means that my body is just like, you should keep doing other stuff. So, I'm amped up to draw forever today.
ADHD brain.
Something.
Why do the thing you need to get done when you could do everything else?
And ambrosia, but maybe more into illusion because of mind tricks. Probably divination wizard. Yoda is a goblin, arcane trickster, rogue, multi-classing, noble wizard. That could work. Technically, all the Jedi were wizards, so. Except that they have the midi-chlorian, so that really makes me think they're sorcerers, which, once again, we talked about that yesterday. I'm salty about. They do train, though. They do train, so I don't know. Procrastinating by being productive. Exactly, yeah. That's my... I should just make a shirt, and that's all it's going to say. Is procrastinating by being productive.
They're monk sorc hybrids, I think, multi-class.
There's more... For sure. For sure? I don't know what that word is. I don't know what that word is. Yeah, yesterday I think like one time last week I just got lost on YouTube for an afternoon, and it was just like, God, I didn't do anything today, and it made me so mad. And the next day I just cleaned the whole house. It's like, I still didn't do the thing I was trying to do. What the fuck is wrong with me? So I'm struggling. I am struggling. But I did. I got so much stuff done this week. I still feel like nothing is finished. On that note, new stickers should be going out to Patreon members soon. That's going to be fun. I think I might want to wait for one more. Just because. But, yeah. If you want to get some sweet stickers, check out the Patreon. Should be a link down below. I feel like since gremlins like to destroy stuff, if you were an artificer gremlin, you'd have to be hopped up on caffeine all the time or something. Like, take stuff apart, figure out how it works, and that's it. It's like, I don't actually need to build anything. I just need to take it all apart for science. Or maybe you've taken everything apart, and now you're like, I can build that. Let me rebuild it. For some reason, I feel like caffeine needs to be in there somewhere. Whoop. Okay. If you make a shirt and it just folds out, oh, it just fades out at procrastination by being blank. That's not too bad. Why did you become an adventurer? I'm scared of bells. What? I'm scared of bells. Warhammer 40k orc reference. Oh, okay. Sneak, got it. Sneaky. Should sorcerers just be a heritage available to all races? I think so. I think that would be a really interesting way to look at it. Specifically, it seems weird to me that sorcerers gain more spells by practicing. Like, how do I say this? Wizards require a bunch of upfront training and then can pick up new spells because they understand how magic works. Sorcerers just get spells because of their bloodlines. I don't see why a wizard who trained a whole bunch is a sorcerer would not learn how their abilities work. So if you take one level in sorcerer and then a level in wizard, you should also get a level in sorcerer. I feel like they should go in tandem. Like, wizard is just kind of like a specific, like, magic learned person, right?
Yeah.
Whereas sorcerer is more of... Sorcerer should be a race. It should be. It should be, or it should be a type of heritage.
Yeah, like a heritage template.
Yep.
Like skeleton, or...
Yeah, like the draconic bloodline, like Yeah, like skeleton. That makes more sense, too.
Like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a little tiny... This does look a little bit like Yoda, now that I think about it. You guys might be right. It's a tall Yoda. He's just got a giant wrench. Give him a big old pipe wrench. I don't even think it's an argument. Like, I'm not even mad about sorcerers as they are. I love the sorcerer class. But, like, wizard just doesn't make sense to me anymore, I think.
Fair. I think I agree with that, actually.
Maybe I am backwards about it, though. I don't know. I do think sorcery should be a little bit different. Maybe as a race or as a... I don't remember how wrenches work now. Shoot. This way? Something feels wrong about that.
I really don't like spell slots anymore.
Do you have an alternative for them?
A mana pool system.
Okay. Welcome to 4th edition!
Yeah.
Gold coins that turn everything it touches and then slowly into gold until they become a statue of pure gold. Like a Midas coin. That's kind of interesting. What do you guys think about the best horror-themed monster? Mine's probably the Lonely. Oh, I don't know what the Lonely is. I can sort of see it as sorcerers need to be focused and work out their magic muscles. Sort of like a barbarian becoming stronger. You know, that's fair. Basically, sorcerers are wizards as barbarians are to fighters. That's a cool way to look at it, too. Barbarians are just inherently buff. Fighters are trained. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I think that's a fair way to look at it. But once again, I'm totally fine with giving anybody rage. Like, dipping into Barbarian for the rage. I love the rage as a class feat, too. I think that's interesting. Fantasy Age system also allows mana pool type systems. Yeah, I don't see why not. You could definitely work it out that way. Had to leave for a while. Prompt has been chosen so far. What prompts have been chosen for? There's so many. Oh my goodness, we have so many. See, we're doing a gremlin. We had a Saint Bernard blink dog, jump dog. I don't know what jump dog is. We had a kobold witch. And a highbrow elf druid, wizard druid. A lizard folk with a finger necklace, and a porcelain warforged. Drew, what did you do earlier? You did the underwater undead guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's fine. That's where we're at. Yeah, it can start out slowly, like dust your fingernails, and then creep even more, and will quickly lift your arm into the veins, spreading faster and faster. Ooh, I missed something. What are we talking about? Oh, the gold thing? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think burning that example, it makes a lot of sense for it to be a class. Just as like, I like the idea of magical muscles, though. You know, I think that's probably one of my favorite things about sorcerers. It's just like, I guess it makes a lot of sense for me for people to start as a sorcerer. And that's why I want to make it a race. Like, taking one level in sorcerer so that you have that, like, draconic background or something makes your race creation more interesting. And I think a lot of that can be kind of, I think it would manifest differently depending on what other classes you took afterwards. And that's the thing. Like, I want sorcerer to actually, like, augment other classes, because it really should be a racial feat. Because sorcery points is really cool, and I think the use of sorcery points makes a lot more sense as, like, that's how you're flexing those muscles. Like, the more you use it, the more you embrace it. Versus if you have your level in sorcerer and then you, like, lean into your ancestry and really, like, my great grandfather was an evil dragon wizard. I'm gonna ask him to teach me how to do this. Now you're a warlock, right? Like, I think sorcerer is a great place to start for a really interesting character development, and then it should augment the classes you pick. I think that'd be a really interesting way to look at it. A vampire bugbear. Bugbears. Victor, did you want me to put bugbear on the list? I still okay. I'm gonna put vampire bugbear down. I hope that's what you wanted. If half of your arm turns gold, could you cut it off and then sell it? In D&D Beyond, you could always regrow missing limbs. Yeah. I mean, it would be a cursed chunk of gold, but I don't see why not.
Question is, would that be enough to stop the curse?
Yeah. That's a good question. Is the curse you touching it, or is it a factor of proximity?
My favorite aspect of, like, wealth curses like the Midas touch is specifically that it is reactive, not active, meaning, like, it only activates when you do something to get rich.
Interesting.
So in my mind, if I were running it, you cut off your arm to stop the spread of the gold curse. The curse basically stops, but then you sell it. That's you being greedy again. The curse pops up in 2 new places on your body.
So
It is like, it's a curse, right? It's supposed to be a punishment for, in this case, it would be your greed. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
You want more gold? Give you all the gold you can handle.
It's based on the concept of what's happening. Not like, it's not a virus, right? Or
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
disease. If it was a disease turning you to gold, then yeah, cutting off your arm would work fine. But because
Yeah.
it's based on your affluence, then it's punishing you based on that. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to look at it.
That is, yeah. I don't run all curses that way, but that is one of the aspects of mm, things like greed. The curse is based on a person's greed that I kind of like. I like that lycanthropy is a curse that is active, that it takes control, right?
Yeah.
I think that because it's in that case it's a curse that it subverts a character's control, a character's will, instead of money curses tend to be like a be careful what you wish for sort of lesson.
Yeah.
A monkey's paw for the thing that you think you want.
I think a lot of people, and we talked about this maybe a week or two ago, about people trying to outsmart curses and like cursed items not being super effective because people just like, well, I can just do this. It's like if the curse is built right, then as long as you are giving up something for it, it's good. So like, this curse is stupid because I can just cast a level 1 spell every day and it doesn't affect me. It's like, well, you've just lost a level 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
That's a successful curse in my mind.
Yeah. That is not insignificant.
Right.
I have played many games where the availability of a level 1 spell slot made or broke our success in a specific mission.
Vampire Bugbear, does it feed exclusively off of goblins? The cannibal bugbear would it even be more dangerous because it would spread into the drinking water and stuff. See, that's the weird thing about curses is like, is the curse? That sounds more like a disease, like a gold disease, like a virus or something that's just turning things to gold. Yeah. Would it work on a dragon horde? I mean, would a dragon care? Like if all of its stuff got turned into gold and then it turned into gold, we would care. Would it be alive still? Probably. Gold dragon, that'd be awesome. Making it a hybrid, it could also be devastating. Make it spread through the air and apart. I mean, why are we making a gold? Like, yes, everything is terrible if it spreads through the water and air. Starts affecting those who act greedy. I mean, I think this is just mimics all the way down again, right? Like,
yeah.
At this point, yes, it would be bad. Like, I don't know why you would do that in a D&D game because it doesn't seem. You're basically just instilling rules of if you act greedy, you die. And then your players just either can't act greedy or you get to insta-kill them whenever they act greedy. Which in my mind just sounds like you need to talk to your group about being greedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my universe, if you murder Hobo, you instantly get killed by a meteor. It's like, or you guys could just, not be murder hobos. Like, let's talk about that.
Yeah, like in folklore as well, a curse that kills, that's not a successful curse. Curse is about torture.
You're not wrong. I curse you to die. It's like you could just kill them. Oh yeah, I forgot that was an option.
Yeah. How about instead I give you exactly what you think you want, only make it twisted so it's not what you want. Or you could actually give the person what they want and let them be wealthy and happy.
I just let my mind turn off and I don't know what I've created here. Is this good? Did I do okay? What is this? I guess this is a gremlin, right? A true curse should make a cursed person suffer. Yeah, I mean, like, I enjoy annihilating arcs and cities and stuff. Sorry, that's okay. It's just I don't know. I guess I feel like at this point we're just You've escalated to the point where it's not a discussion anymore of what we can do.
Yeah.
What would you do with your players if they got lit on fire? It's like, oh, they take fire damage. It's like, what if everybody caught on fire all the time? It's like, I don't understand the assignment anymore. I've lost the plot. I've also lost the plot of this poor little gremlin.
I think they're amazing. I kind of love them a lot.
It's like California rugby or something.
Old Prospector Rugby.
Old Prospector. Not a rugby though. You can see his arms.
Yep.
Yep. That's how you know if someone's stealing my shit. If you ever see a rugby with arms, you know it's not a Rookzer0 Rugby.
So this is rugby's ancient uncle Cornelius.
I was gonna say rugby, but Cornelius is better.
I think rugby is better because it follows the naming convention.
This is my son Grugby and his mama Blugby. And their sister Susie. Susie B. Right. Gremlins look funny. Yeah. The gremlin here is to fix a sink and lay it. I'm here for the little guy. Little guy working a trade job. Yeah. I'm here to fix the sink, and then every other appliance in your house explodes. It's like, damn it. Why do I keep hiring gremlins? Okay, hold on a second. No, that's not right. How do wrenches work? This is going to drive me crazy until I remember how wrenches work. Which part is not attached?
The lower jaw
this?
on a monkey wrench,
Okay.
usually.
And then the spiral moves the lower jaw. Okay, no, so that's
Yeah.
so something like that. Okay. Top. Oh no. Those awesome gremlins, they get better every time. It's lower. Okay. I think we got it. Next week, someone come up with another gremlin idea. Yeah, people are always welcome to. People are always welcome to. Cursed undead, and you can feel yourself rot, but you're healed by damage. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how that works. Yeah. There's an undead oracle, which you slowly rot away. And you get healed by negative energy, which is kind of cool. I like that a lot. Depends on the wrench. There are both. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's good. We're still at 23. I need people to scream 1 to 23 at me. 22. More numbers. Burning. This is very unlike you. I'm worried. 14, 4, 22. Yeah. All right. We did 4 4s. We got 3 22s, so we're gonna go with that. 987. Let's see what we got here. Myconid Artificer making a mushroom homunculus. Oh, wait, did you draw that one already? Or did I say we were gonna draw it and then we didn't draw it?
You said we were going to draw it and then we didn't draw it.
Okay. Myconid Artificer making mushrooms. Oh no, I haven't drawn a homunculus in forever. You win this time, 22. Would a Myconid, like... I don't know. Okay, I have an idea. I usually draw sexy mushroom ladies when I draw Myconids. I guess I still could.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you had the control of growing yourself to look like a person, you'd make yourself look like something awesome. And I like Pretty ladies. So that's what I would do.
I usually try to do no secondary sexual characteristics. Just because I don't know, think too much about biology, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. what's the
I also do very much like your sexy lady mushrooms. All right, what were you saying?
I don't remember. I'm gonna have him growing a bunch of little biomes on top of his head.
Yeah, awesome.
Tell me your secrets. Is this the list in order, or are they number placed randomly along the idea? I have a list in Excel, and I'm jumbling it every time, so people don't know. So if you guess the same number every time, it's gonna be different. Or if you keep screaming the same number every time. So it's really random. It really doesn't matter. If you guys want me to go back to rolling the dice, that's fine. I just like making you guys type stuff in chat because it makes the YouTube algorithm happy. So, feel free to just spam emotes. Everybody right now can spam emotes, and I will not say anything about it. Hopefully they're appropriate. Would Mario be a halfling or a dwarf? Maybe a gnome? He's got mad hops, though. I don't know. Do gnomes or dwarves have mad hops? Mario's a red cap. There you go. Asher Brown got it in one. How my plan doesn't work. It's a truly unfair system. Yep. I know how things work. I know people just want to try to figure out where they were in the line before. It looks like a mushroom that's cupping itself. That doesn't sound right, but it is the terminology I wanted to use. You want homunculi? Here are your homunculi. I guess it was an artifice. Okay, this is a funny idea. I appreciate that I drew a mushroom. I'm gonna start over. Sorry, everybody that was enjoying the chunky mushroom. I have a new idea. I realize now I need to get into a better habit of drawing characters instead of just monsters. So I am going to go back to drawing a sexy mushy lady because I can give her artificer stuff. But I'm going to keep the same idea. I think she's going to have like glass jars on her head. So, are mushrooms delivering do spores just turn into, how do I say this correctly? Do mushrooms reproduce asexually or sexually? Because like trees, pollen everywhere, and then hopefully pollen go other trees.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that actually.
Yeah, do mushrooms just go blank? What makes the real? I mean, Luigi is also a red cap, but he's a bad red cap. Mario murders everything first. That's why he's player one. One guy can have lots of sexual modalities. Oh, okay.
So Luigi is always scared because he has never been able to dip his hat in the blood of his enemies.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like Luigi is the weak red cap because Mario is the one like muscles him out of all the blood. It's got dark, but like we need to talk about it.
Important people. These are the issues we face.
Understand your red caps, my friends. It might save you in the future. There's a lady on TikTok that pops up on my feed every now and again who dresses like a fairy or like a wood nymph. Sometimes it's like just crazy gothic black and white makeup. And she'll just run up to the camera and be like, I trade you this for your teeth? It's like, the fuck? or I trade you this for bones? And it's like, no, you can't have my bones. It's like, are you sure? This for bones? It's like it's the most fey thing I think I've ever seen on the internet. And I can't tell if I'm being like tricked into something, but it's just like, this is creepy, but also awesome. I have yet to make that kind of character.
I mean, it's hard to make that kind of character, right? Because you have to fundamentally, like, reconsider everything that you think is valuable.
I think a good example of that would be like I think it's the Wishmonger. Is what it's called. Excuse you, Skipcat, bless you. Where they can only cast their spells if someone wishes for it.
Right.
And I like that concept, but it's so heavy RP that like I don't think I can handle it.
Yeah.
Conceptually, it's really cool.
One of my favorite old school fairy stories is it's from I read it in a book called Thistle and Time, which is a collection of I think specifically Irish fairy stories.
Okay.
And it was very interesting. It was one of the stories described a fairy feast. And like it was really weird because the household was literally built underneath a hill. The hill literally rose into the air when they had the party and exposed like the place underneath. And like the things that they ate at the party were keys and the broken stained glass from an abandoned church and
Okay.
just like all of this random shit. And I was just like, I mean, this is really cool and I have no idea how to capture this in a character.
Some fungi mix. I like that. This is stuff for D&D players should be able to identify. It's called wisdom stat for a reason. That's fair. Asexual drop spores. Okay, so they just drop the spores and the spores become more fungus. Got it. I know you wanted homunculus, whoever suggested this, but I like the idea that it's just growing more different kinds of mushrooms. If I remember it, the caps are made out of... I guess, oh man, funguses are weird.
Funguses are very weird. They are mushrooms are the only creatures on the planet that can digest cellulose.
Yeah.
Well, molds, I should say.
Which is a good thing, but also not a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Artificer. I want like an apron. One. So we'll do something like this. Except if you're an artificer that focuses on growing mushroom homunculus, you probably don't have like lots of tools. You probably have like cutters and snippers, petri dishes maybe. We could do like some alchemical bottles and stuff. That would make sense.
What is this goblin gonna be pissy at his sword over?
Maybe it's got a bug on it. Yeah, bugs. Why is my sword growing a mushroom? Behold my shroom. Oh, wait. Shroomunculus.
The prompt was specifically, it's a cursed sentient weapon,
Okay.
and he's mad at it for some reason.
Every time you pull it out of the sheath, it dulls itself. Or maybe it's a floppy sword. Those are always fun.
My initial thought was every time he draws the sword, it screams that it wants to have sex with whoever his target is.
It's like an intimidating, what the hell would it call it? Intimidating cat call sword. Sword of intimidating cat calls. The sword of vibrant inappropriateness. It would be cool if you did a vampire monk drawing. James Smith, I can add that to the list. I have a couple vampires on here, actually. But we'll add it to the list. Vampire monk. He's chaotic, but his sentient sword is lawful. Yeah, it just tells him not to do stuff.
It's the opposite of Masamune. Instead of thirsting for the blood of everything every time he kills something, it goes, "Ooh, I wish you hadn't done that. Oh, that's so gross. Ugh, no, get it off. You need to clean me right now."
That'd be pretty good. Inexcusable guilt. Why did you do that? He was trying to kill me. No, he wasn't.
You didn't even try a non-violent solution. What is wrong with you, you sociopath? I think that's my favorite, especially for the hobgoblin.
That would be really good for like that's what you do for a murder hobo party.
Yeah.
You just give him a sword of rational guilt. You probably could have just done this. Like, why would you shut up?
No, that was really violent and really unnecessary.
I think that was one of my favorite campaign 1 or campaign 2 moments of Critical Role was if you had magic or mage hand, you could just go up there and put the grappling hook up there. Shut up! Like, that's how NPCs are supposed to work. Like, hey, did you know you can do this with your character without telling you that you can do this with your character? What would a weird shroom baby turn into? That's the real question. That was unnecessary.
How do you spell unnecessary?
I have no idea. I would have gone with uncalled for just because it's easier to spell.
Probably also smaller, which is a good idea. For a thought bubble.
Wow. Sword of dank memes. Every time you draw the sword, it tries to meme real hard. I would hate that. I would die a little bit. Sword of awkward silence. That could be really good. I like that. Every time you draw a sword, it gives you like a 30-foot zone of silence. Oh my god, that's a good weapon. I want that real bad now. I'm gonna make that. What's the difference between mage handing something and having the satisfaction of a good throw? That's true. There is a difference. Aren't we all technically shroom babies? I hope not. I don't want to be a shroom baby. I want to be big old mammal man. I still have a bender out for mushrooms being non-sentient or terrestrial creatures. That's just a theory. It's not even a theory. It's just a thing I like to think from time to time. But what if mushroom not human? There was something that we were studying that people think might not be terrestrial. Was it octopus?
I don't think so.
It might be something that lives in. It might be like a deep sea bacteria.
There is.
Has DNA that doesn't match anything else.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, but the argument is not that it's not terrestrial. The argument is that it's it's an indication of what extraterrestrial life could look like. So one of the things our DNA requires phosphorus.
Mm-hmm.
Phosphorus is, I believe, maybe I'm getting the periodic elements wrong. But I don't think so. Phosphorus is above arsenic, which means that arsenic functions basically similarly, which is one of the reasons why arsenic is really toxic to us, is your body can't tell the difference between phosphorus and arsenic and tries to incorporate it into your DNA, but it doesn't really function the same. So there is a lake filled with arsenic in, I think it's California, and there is bacterial life in that lake that does not have access to phosphorus, so its DNA is different because it's replaced the phosphorus with arsenic.
That sounds right. Sounds like what I was talking about. But was still originally. It adapted to that. It wasn't a separate strand of.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, so
That might have been
we
my
have
misconception.
we do have enough DNA evidence to show that it is that we can connect the dots DNA wise enough now to know that it is adapted local bacteria, not something from space.
Sad day. Sad day. Every time we draw the sword, it makes a farting sound that casts silence. That could be really funny. Or a sword of broken drivers, so that every time you draw the sword, it makes the sword pulling sound infinitely. Just. This is my human costume by William Polar Bear. I like that shirt. That's a good shirt. Are you chilling on YouTube chat, voice chat, and writing here in this advanced level of enjoying a stream? Something I've noticed in Critical Role, none of the magic users ever use their power in creative ways. They always seem to use them in the most basic way possible.
I kind of disagree with that, kind of agree with that, but I also think that it's kind of intentional. Matt has traditionally, and this might be a leftover influence of Orion, Matt has generally kept the players at his table within the bounds of the spell.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's kind of what I was going to say too. With just being like, I think they respect each other enough to not attempt to do weird things. Because they definitely have had a few. But the other thing about that is like, there are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours of content of them doing that and of them playing. So I don't think it's fair to say they never ever use it. None of the Magic users ever. I don't want to say it, but I mean, I think a lot of their characters are also, or at least in season 1 and 2, were kind of still very tropey, I guess, which is totally fine. Like they picked really good archetype characters and they played them kind of in expected ways, and I appreciate that. I do like that they because they still had fun with it and still had a great time. They didn't have to do something, and I think now season 3 they kind of have gone beyond that. They're like, we're gonna make some crazy shit now, and it's like, okay. So
Yeah. I mean, just Chetney Pockapee is like
Right?
prime example of that thing.
yeah, they need a lot more moisture to survive. What did I miss? What are we talking about? Oh, gastropods, fungus, and pantheropods all have to be suggested to be potential ET templates. Okay, cool. Have been suggested to be potential templates. Nice. I like it. Bigby's hand is. Scanlan used Bigby's hand in interesting ways. Yeah, I like that. I think it does happen from time. I think they're not traditional. They don't actually use their spells that often, except in combat. You know, like
Yeah.
there's been a handful of really cool things that they've done, but they haven't had the need to like really break out of it because Matt does a good job. Matthew Mercer does a good job of setting up situations for characters. It's not too often, and something I see in a lot of other games, like watching some of my friends DM for the first time and other things. They have things they want to do, and then people have to get creative because they're like, I don't know how I'm supposed to solve this. Or they don't understand their character enough, and they're just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this with a spell. And it's like, I didn't know you could do that because that is weird. That kind of stuff is great. Like being intuitive like that, or being using ingenuity with spells is really great. But it also, having to sit down, I think Druid's right, having to sit down and argue that, like, this is how a spell, I want it to work. They're very much so of just like, if this is too complicated, never mind. Like, we're not going to deal with it. And I think that's
Yeah.
okay.
And I think part of that is in respect for the system, and part of that is out of respect for time constraints.
Really, season 3 spoilers. I was convinced that Chutney was going to be another throwaway character in kind of few episodes. I was too. I really thought Chutney was just going to show up and disappear. So
I'm still not convinced that was not the intent.
I'm so far behind though. Like I need to start watching it. Maybe I'll do some of that today instead of making a video. I'm gonna make the video today. Damn it. Eventually, I'm gonna make that video. Can use spores with different effects. Paralyzed, poison, sleeping. Can use. I would allow that. Yeah, I'd allow spores. Are you talking about in real life or in the game? Because in the game, I would allow people to collect spores of different things to do, like paralysis, poisons, and stuff. I think that's smart. Yeah, I think my kids are weird because like they shouldn't be alive. That's a hot take. My kids don't make a lot of sense as a sentient race, but because it's like, are they fungus or are they people? And it's like, yes. It's like, okay, that's weird. So I think there's a lot you could do with them because they are not well defined in that way. It's like, I'm a fungus, I'm gonna clone myself. It's like, yep, that's fine. We grow fungus here. It's like, are you eating it? It's like, no. I like the idea that they have like manure farms, which sounds gross, but like that would be awesome to me. A bunch of my kids just going around collecting manure and compost, and that's how they farm. They just farm compost. I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that. Or that they have like this huge range of trees, and they literally like plug into the tree's root system to
yeah, that's cool.
to eat.
All right, I think I'm gonna stop there. I think that's a pretty good Myconid artificer. How are you doing,
Yeah.
Druid?
I think I finished this one. I might have one more in me.
If you got one more in you, I'll do one more. We can probably do one more.
I could also stop.
Need to
It's
order
getting
this
pretty late for me, actually.
Yeah, it is 2:30 already. So we've been going for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good day. I think we might call it here. I will save this list. And we will use it again on Friday, most likely. I think that makes the most sense. If you want to add more, if you've already added one, you're done for the week. But if you'd like to add more and you haven't added one, feel free to go to the community post, and I will post that there. Oh no, what happened? Chat detected option. Simply time to vote again. Yeah, so if we didn't get yours drawn today, I do apologize for that. But there are still a lot left, so we'll hit those on Friday. Stream ends now. Yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream now. It's getting pretty late. I do want to have some time to work on that video. But thank you everybody that did suggest them. If you have, like I said, if you have a suggestion that you haven't added in yet, feel free to put that on the community page. We'll be back Friday at probably 10 or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll post all of these up on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, feel free to jump in. And my mic is to be thick though. All my mic are thick. Mic are just thick people. Great. But yeah, we'll post it there. We might be on Twitch tomorrow. Might hang out on Twitch tomorrow. We do have a Twitch channel. If you want to check that out, very welcome to. And aside from that, that's all I got. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Go write a comment on your favorite Why I Should Play video. Do you know we have a playlist? You can watch all those videos on the playlist. It's awesome. You can also watch all of these on their playlist. There's a playlist of all of the backlog Why You Should Draw series. No. Maybe I'll have to make that in the future. We'll find out. But thanks again, everybody, for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we'll catch you all next time. And thank you again, George, for drawing with me today. And everyone else that did today, thank you as well. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.